Lynn Blackburn, hope you're good. Welcome in, Miss Dizzy. The average idiot has joined us. Yes, Ash, welcome in. Hope you're good. It's a tricky one, that song. I don't even know what the message is, really. It's a weird one. It's an interesting song. Interesting. Linkage in the chat. We've got a lot to talk about. What's going on in the world? Howard wants a stalker if anyone's interested. Scouts down south, good evening. Evening, John. Fancy a bit of stalking? We've got a guest. Right, roger that. Good evening, Reese. Welcome up, pal.
Good evening.
How are you? Good evening. How do?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad. Muddling on nicely.
Yeah, same here, mate. Same here. Been chilling today.
Yeah. What have you been up to?
I've been gaming. Been wasting away, really. A bit of fun. This little shit.
It's not wasted, is it? It's just everybody needs a bit of time to relax and chill out. It's, Yeah,
it's been all right. Evening, DP. Well, I did a bit of Googling. So what's going on in politics with the voted against the banning of social media for under 16s. I think they're going to give it another month of discussion.
I personally think that an outright ban isn't necessarily the way forward, because look, when you ban things, people find ways around. There's always workarounds, and social media is not necessarily a bad thing.
No.
I think limits need to be put in place to limit the amount of screen time that kids are exposed to. I think that social media companies need to be more stringent with the content that they present to young people. Yeah. There does need to be a different standard of moderation between content that's targeted towards adults and content that's targeted towards children.
Yeah,
I think that there needs to be a concerted effort to avoid advertising at children. I think that that's harmful in and of itself.
So step up and see how serious it can be as well, a bit more, because it's all right going all on this ban, but it's got to be done at home. They've banned in Australia recently, and 61% of kids are still on the internet. Yes, 39% are not, but the 61% still are, and it's banned over there. And we banned, VHSs with 18 on. Now, even now, you can't go to cinema, can you, and watch an 18 movie?
No.
Whereas the internet, there's nothing like that. There's no regulate. There's just no guidance. There's nothing. It's all
the internet is still the Wild West. It's still the Wild West. Let's not mince words. Yeah. It's still we're still going through the stages of it's still a relatively new in sort of sociological terms. It's a new technology. We don't understand the long-term implications of an individual who's been exposed to social media their entire life, because those people that they haven't had their entire life yet. But I'm sure that there are instances where we've seen young people do some pretty atrocious things because they've been
found online. Yes, yeah. Some of the stories.
Yeah, I mean that Slender Man. There was that Slender Man thing where a couple of girls killed another girl.
Get it banned. Actually, because it's precious years. Them young years, they don't last forever. It's too new. Get it banned. Yeah, ban it. Ban it.
But again, I think banning it's. I think it's sending the wrong message. Because
I can't think how not banning it is sending a good message, because it's these algorithmic platforms that are. It's not.
Let's look at it this way, Jamie. Alcohol is banned for under 18s. I were getting pissed at 15, mate.
Yeah.
Smoking is banned when we were of age. It was banned for under 16s. I was smoking at 12.
Yeah, you're ruthless. But you're right.
Well, no, it's not that. There's
I know.
Whenever you put restrictions like that in place, kids are always going to find a way to circumvent them. And let's be completely honest, Jamie, the majority of them know the technology better than you or I ever will.
Oh yeah, definitely. They can get around it in a jiffy.
It's almost instinctive for a lot of kids. I mean, you see kids under 5 picking up phones and just knowing what to do with them. It's like, But then you've got people that are in the 50s and 60s. I see people come to work in the 50s and 60s, and they need to do something on the phone, and they're like, "Oh, is this the right thing? I'm not going to break it if I press this, am I?"
Yeah,
it's like, come on, it's a phone. It's probably about as intuitive as you can get in terms of technology. I can understand how a PC might intimidate someone, but a phone, an Android, it's just easy.
Yeah. So another month. That's what fine, really. We're going to wait another month. What else is going on? Tommy Robinson met Trump today. I think I've seen that as well. Tommy Robinson has met Trump.
Where was that? In the States, obviously.
Yeah. I think of that. That's something I've read today.
I'm surprised he got a visa because he's got a criminal record, hasn't he?
Well, it's that administration, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, they must have pulled some strings and relaxed the rules to allow him to go and visit, because under any other administration, I don't think he'd have got in.
Oh, he's meeting him next week. Exclusive. Tommy Robinson is meeting Trump next week.
Maybe he's going to try and...
He'll try and get Starmer out, won't he? He'll go in hard on the Labour government, and yeah.
See, Starmer's got.
Go on, mate. You're good.
I was just distracted by DeWitt's comment. Starmer, over this his stance on the Iran war and his reluctance to get involved has, I hate to say it, Jamie, it's impressed me.
Oh, Starmer's position, it's going to win him next election. I mean, I would put money on that, personally. When you look around,
need to get involved in another Middle Eastern conflict.
I mean, they're already starting on the social media adverts. This is not our war, Starmer. 4-second clip, but vote Labour. This is not our war, vote Labour. It's already starting, and that's all we're going to hear. Starmer stood up to Trump. Starmer stood up. When it all dies down, he'll be on this pedestal like he was some hero. He'll win.
And that's a scary thought.
Yeah, he'll win. And if he isn't going to win, all he's got to do is reach an olive branch out to Greens, and he'll definitely win.
Common Sense is offering a counter argument in the chat. They're saying,
"Namby-pamby, love it."
Let's have a namby-pamby state, more restrictions. No one should make decisions for themselves. State control for everyone. Yes. I'm not advocating state control.
Someone bit when I said ban it, and it were common sense. Thank you, common sense. But I would put it all on the parents, personally. I'd put it on the parents.
But you've got to understand, are the parents necessarily educated in the risks associated with social media? Because to them, they see it as harmless fun. It's just, it just is what it is. They've, a lot of the people my age, for example, MSN Messenger, and then Facebook came along. And it was fairly innocuous, but then for kids these days, it's a whole different breed. I mean, you've got a lot of bullying that takes place on social media. There's kids that have harmed themselves as a result of what they've experienced on social media. There are some really negative stereotypes being reinforced by social media. Some content has been targeted at people with eating disorders, with self-harm, and all these are things that are we were never exposed to as children growing up, because we didn't have that ubiquitous access into our lives that these, you know, the social media companies do. And if kids are on the devices 24/7, it's impossible for, as a parent, it's going to be impossible for you to moderate and control that access to that you know, those influences.
And that they're going to hide it as well. And time limits would be a good idea, just to stop the doom scrolling, wouldn't it? You don't want to think a kid just spending 6 hours scrolling all night. Well, is that in your logo, AY? I don't know if that is AY, but we've got an AY media in the chat.
I'm not sure. I mean, is it AY in the actual YouTube chat? No, that's not AY. AY in the actual YouTube chat's got a tick next to his name, hasn't he?
Oh, of course he has. He's grey as well.
Yeah, that's not AY.
He's grey as well. Donna, someone disagreed. I think it was Donna. Oh no, Miss Dizzy. What do you think might happen at the next vote? What she said, she disagreed with my prediction that this could win Starmer the next election, and even more of a chance if he teams up with the Greens.
I think that the Greens, I think that ultimately the next government is going to end up being ultimately a coalition government, whether it's on the right or whether it's on the left. It's either going to be a coalition of Reform and Conservatives, or it's going to be a coalition of Labour and the Greens. I don't think anybody has an outright, you know, has enough support to create an outright majority.
Yeah, we don't know what's around corner neither. There's been an horrendous crime taking place, hasn't there, recently, where a woman in her 20s were raped, and no details yet still come out about that. We don't know what's going to go on in the meantime. But yeah, I think Labour will probably highly likely piss it again, as Donald Trump says, I think.
Yeah, I think what's going to kill the Labour Party is even though the economic implications of the war in Iran are yet to be fully felt, and they're not necessarily they're not necessarily being caused by the present administration. I think that ultimately they're going to end up getting the blame for them, and we're going to see worse economic conditions in the run up to the next election, especially with you know, we are inevitably going to see a rise in either income tax or VAT. It's going to happen, purely and simply because
people over edge like that anymore when they're up. I mean, you probably will be right, but the squeeze people who are working hard more, it's going to cause more resentment.
It's going to happen, and I think the main reason it's going to happen is because we don't have the fiscal room to
meet as current expenditure. Yeah, it's not
just to meet as current expenditure. We don't have the fiscal room to be able to adequately build up our armed forces in a way that's inevitably going to need to be done. We need to invest in our armed forces.
Starmer got called out for leaving us unsafe. I think the head of the European Union were listening to my live the other day, because he agrees with me that he's left us unsafe by this dilly-dallying.
Yeah,
not enough funding. He says we can't respond to no. I mean, I didn't go that hard. I'd say we were underestimating ourselves, but apparently we're not prepared. And the army's motto is to be prepared.
Yeah. Have we got Jake
Yeah, I've got Jake and Lex backstage.
Hello.
Hey up, Jake, lad.
How you doing?
I'm all right, mate. How's things with you?
I'm good. I'm out.
Yes, we spoke to you yesterday, didn't we? And day before. Yep, he's out. He's Jake. He's back home. I get Lex on, Jake. Lex, you there?
Okay.
Yes, mate. Hello, man.
Welcome, Lex. Respect.
Good evening.
Yeah,
good
evening. Back, Jake. Jake's a Green voter, isn't it? No, he's a Starmer voter.
Have a minute. I'm not on a photo topic. I'm not on because I'm not actually on the electric world to vote. So have a minute, I'm voting for no one other than my legs.
Well played.
I've got to disagree with you there. It wasn't just 14 years of cuts and austerity that damaged the military and the armed forces. There has been a consistent trend since the end of the Cold War of successive governments attempting to reap the peace dividend that came with the collapse of the Soviet Union and the perception that we didn't need such a developed armed force as what we held at the end of the Cold War in the early 90s. And, you know, there is some argument with that. Obviously, the enemies that we faced at the time changed from being large state actors to being essentially insurgents and terrorist groups. However, the successive governments have taken more and more money, and not just the Conservatives, but the Tony Blair and Gordon Brown administrations as well took money out of the armed forces, away from large capital investment on things like ships and defense research projects. The last major defense research project we had was the Eurofighter, that was a collaboration with other European countries. But that was prior to Blair. The roots of that were the roots of, because it's a Gen 4. It's a late Gen 4 aircraft. It still outperforms some of the Gen 5 stuff that's out there now. But that the legwork was put down for that in the late 80s. That's when that was originally planned, and obviously these things take a long time to develop, and we really need to consider what threats we're going to face in the long term, and we haven't done that. We just haven't done it. We've let that slip by, and so any sort of real build-up of military forces in this country, all it's going to take is the eruption of a major conflict, and we stand no chance of building up our military forces because we have stripped our steel industry. We've stripped all of our manufacturing, and that takes years and years to develop.
Don't you? Yeah, they need experience.
Absolutely, you do. You absolutely do. And we no longer have that. We've outsourced all of our manufacturing, outsourced most of our industry.
So that's probably why we're wrong to not then go running behind Trump, because, I mean, even if you disagreed, it's to keep you safe. If everything relies on them to keep us safe, he's basically saying,
the problem is for a number of years we've essentially been acting as a proxy for the United States. We've been towing the US line, both in terms of foreign policy and military policy. And I welcome the breakaway from that, but it does have long-term repercussions.
That's the thing, you see. It's like, well, what are you going to replace it with? And what about as king? What happens to the relationship there if the king refuses to visit? The invitation's been sent, they've accepted the invitation, and now they're talking about him not going.
Well, I think he's definitely going to go. I think even if just to, because you've got to understand as well, as much as I dislike Charles, he is a very accomplished diplomat.
Yeah, you think he knows what he's doing?
He's been doing it for years. He's been doing it's his bread and butter. It's been what he's been raised to do. He's been raised to project that soft power of the United Kingdom, and as an individual, despite his personal, not necessarily him as a person, but the office that he holds, commands respect. It commands respect. So
I think he'll do all right, actually. Yeah, he'll definitely have an opinion on all this that's been going on, for sure. And maybe he'll voice it. But he'll have his foreign secretary there, won't he, if he gets any tough questions? That's standard. He'll Yvette Cooper, I think it is. I think it's her response. She'll be the one that'll be on edge. We've got a guest. God bless the UK, indeed.
Have I muted myself on the other channel? You cannot get an echo.
No, it's working good. Good.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Well,
not too bad. God bless.
Yeah, we're good. God bless.
Let's other people talk for a bit.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, I'm letting everyone talk, man. Listening.
I'm only
What's your view on world situation? God bless you. Usually got a good view on what's going on.
Okay, well, for the thing with the picture with Trump at the moment, I'm thinking, you know what? He is doing God's work. He deserved it.
Big up Trump from God. It's God's work, okay? He's doing God's work. He's doing the world's work, is he? So you don't have the TDS.
What I seem to see is that everyone's. I mean, I'm suffering as well with the cost of fuel and everything else, and I've just been to France. I just got back in a while last week, and the fuel is much more expensive than over here. Anyway,
is it?
Yeah, no, it is. It's the same. You know, like when you go on a motorway in England, you think, oh, fuck,
yeah,
I ain't gonna pull in there. It's the same price on the motorways there as in the little towns and villages and places there. Honestly, it's so expensive. Yeah, it is.
Or do any of you save electric, like switch electric plugs off and that? No, when you never before.
Sorry?
Do any of you like switch electric off? Like I minimize my electric now because I've noticed a difference of cost. I can switch my washing machine on. I can see how much more electric it takes. You know what I mean?
I do my best, but when you got 5 kids, and I'll tell you what, I become the most Victor Meldrew, as you can imagine. Who's left the lights on? And it's like daytime, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, and you know, you just gotta go with it. But yeah, it's just
because I live on myself. That's why I can notice it. You know what I mean?
Get your plugs turned off, Lex. Get your plugs turned off.
Yeah, my plugs are off, man.
Anyone near the travellers that have moved in down south?
Oh, what, the one that did the car park over the weekend?
Yes.
I mean, let's employ them. Let's employ them to make detention centres and prisons. I think we do all right.
Oh, because they get it up quick, don't they?
A village in Surrey where locals say their peace was shattered when travellers moved onto a 4-acre field over.
Look at that.
Yeah,
all I have to say to that is, listen, they've got a bit of land. They've done that. They're not going to be going some, you know, like community park or some green where they're going to leave all their shit lying around and stuff like that.
And look how straight they parked. Look how horizontal they parked.
It well neat, aren't they? It looks well neat. Yeah.
I mean, I know
what they've done is they've purchased the land. This land is owned by the travellers.
Yes.
But what they've done is they've bought the land and basically doing what they want on their own land. They own it. However, they are avoiding any regulations, and they're not getting any permissions. They're not paying any council tax. They're not making any contributions. So the locals are fuming.
Hey, fair play. At least they get $100,000 Land Rover out of it each.
They're doing all right. You see one in this story here.
Setting up home.
All of this is new. The tarmac is new. The
cost a fortune as well. Look at it. It looks great.
Michael Lord is chairman of the parish council.
What sort of message does this send to you?
That they plan to be here permanently.
What do you say to people who think there's a touch of NIMBYism going on here, that you don't want travellers?
NIMBYism.
Part of Surrey.
It's not the travellers that are the issue here. It's the fact that they haven't got planning permission. They've not obeyed the laws of the land. They're doing it roughshod.
So if they did have planning permission, are you relaxed about it? You'd be happy to have them here?
Well, they would have to go through the planning process.
Yeah, but imagine that for a second that they did get planning permission. How do you feel about travellers being here?
Then they would have their rights to be here.
Well, if they got planning permission and they were allowed to be there, they'd not, and they were permanently
would you like to talk to
there,
us?
they'd no longer be travellers, would they?
Do you have?
No, but what you should have said is they've got absolutely no chance of getting bloody planning permission. You know, it's like this is Greenbelt land, has been forever. And
look at the motors. Look at them.
I know. It's the right motor, isn't it? It's a belter.
Wow.
Yeah, he says to him out at car.
Someone's leaving here. Would you like to talk to us at all? Would you like to talk to us? Do you have... The locals say that you don't have planning permission to be here.
No, apparently there's not enough
that
sites.
was obviously some of the travellers leaving.
Fair play,
The
though.
reality
Fuck
is
off.
that there is no planning permission,
I
although
bet
the
it's a
locals believe
75
that
plate on that
the
car.
land is owned by the travellers. They've ignored various stop notices from the Borough Council. Now there's an injunction that's been served by the High Court, an interim injunction requesting that no further work is carried out on this site.
As we film, someone comes to shut the gates on us.
The locals are saying that you've got no planning permission to be here.
What you're in the nosy cow.
In just over a week, travellers were photographed transforming the site, carving the land into plots and bringing in static caravans.
It was a bit like an invasion.
An invasion, I bet they had that work done in 12 hours.
Trucks, and then there's been generators running till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Bloody hell.
I spoke to one of the travellers. They didn't want to appear on camera, but said they felt they had no choice but to move in the way they had because not enough sites are provided for them. They say they want to preserve their traditions whilst trying to establish a better life for their families, enabling access to education and healthcare. But local residents are frustrated.
They won't be paying council tax. They won't be paying for the things that we all pay for. So we're all a bit like, well, why are we still paying if they don't have to pay? That doesn't overly seem fair for us. They've got to live somewhere, and
she's a Karen. No, she's a Karen.
There have been several sites turned into traveller camps in southern England over the Easter period. How long they last is now a matter for the council and the courts. Lisa Holland, Sky News, Surrey.
I have to say, James, I'll go get going in a minute. You always do this to me. And it reminds me of like things like, like you get these people, the vegans, going into restaurants, holding up placards they're about animal welfare, but they don't do that outside certain religious slaughtered butchers. And these people here, right, they're not complaining about everyone else coming over here. These people seem to be, they're a bit naughty sometimes. I know a lot of them. But it's their only community.
Are you suggesting some of them are thieving tow rags?
Pardon?
Do you think some of them might be thieving tow rags?
You get the odd, few. Listen, you get a few bad apples in every society.
Good and bad in every culture.
They're just entrepreneurial.
There's a difference between gypsies and travellers. There's a difference. There's two different. I mean,
but I do not like the ones that take advantage of elderly people. Like they're guttering like £18,000. That's where they go wrong. And when they go to certain, we get them around here. And they stop at a local park and they leave loads of shit there and rubbish and that. If they didn't do that, it'd be okay.
Right, so they need to start picking the shit up. Have you found the Cook Report video?
Do you know what? When you said that, I dropped my phone, which is plugged into my charger, which just pulled down about another 25 items. Well,
hopefully one of them items is the Cook Report Betamax.
It would be Betamax. It'd be VHS.
Right. Well, I look forward to it. I can't wait. I'm dying to watch it.
Has anybody even still got a VHS machine?
Actually, I have.
I think I do. Yeah.
I've got one of those VHS to DVD machines. Those Panasonic ones.
Yeah, I think that's what I've got, a DVD to VHS thing. Yeah.
Is it Panasonic? They're good bits of kit.
Oh no, I've got a stack of them in back. Like old skyboxes and that. Skyboxes. I've got a. I don't know if they were full. Are they were full?
The old skyboxes? I don't think so.
No. Unless they've been chips.
No, they're not chipped. They've got hard drives in them, aren't they? Of course, you can come up, yeah.
Anyway, listen, I'm going to shoot off. Right? It's good to see you, Jamie. You always do this.
No worries, mate.
I'll get a message from I'm missing. I thought he's coming in 5 minutes. But it's good to see you all, guys, and everyone else in the chat. Listen, I'll come back up because I've got loads to talk about France.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, it's always good to have you. Find that VHS as well. We'll get that played. We'll have a good laugh.
All right, you take care. Have a good evening, guys.
Okay, God bless.
Respect. Get a cassette player as well. Get a cassette player.
That needs auditing. We need to get the auditors on the sketch, get them down to the traveller site and see what's going on. Get some interviews. Maybe
there'll be some broken noses at the end of that.
I could get away with it. AY could get away with it.
Nah,
Easy
only that
peasy.
Karen can get away with it. Anyone else, it's peak for them.
There's a few
Only
that
because
could
she
get
had the big cameras out, you get me? But if anyone else goes there,
100%.
probably get run over.
She'll have had a couple of security with her as well.
Didn't it?
Yeah, Link, goddammit.
That's why she was so brave, peeping through the fence, recorded and shit.
She did that because she'd been there hours. She's like, I'm gonna have to fucking try and get some. You know, she'll have been there all day. She'll have been there all day.
Can we just shout out to Under a Blood Red Sky? He's got some new content out as well on his channel today.
What's he got?
He's been in Golders Green and he's been doing some filming around Golders Green in London. So it's not often we get the traveling Irishman over here. So welcome to welcome to the sunny United Kingdom, Ubers, and hope you've had a good day in London. And I will be checking that out a bit later on and seeing what you've put out for us to appreciate.
Yes, he should have gone to Admiralty and seen Roy. Respect to Uber.
Yeah, I know that name as well. Yeah, I know that name. Big up Under Blood Red Sky.
Yeah, he's been a long time supporter of this community, popping in and out of various different channels. I think I've known him probably about 5 or 6 years now, Jamie.
Yep.
I think.
Yep, you'll be correct.
See, I'm new in that, man. But hello, Shazza.
Gypsy
He's got a witnessing card that guy just pulled off in.
Actually, yeah, that would be sending the best in the field, the Gypsy Auditor, because he would have unprecedented access, wouldn't he? Jerry, the Gypsy Auditor, yes. Or Gypsy Dave. Gypsy Dave could pop down and do it. Yeah, here you go. Yo, brother. Any chance of a quick chat?
Yeah, it would be interesting though to get a perspective from, the people that
I'll give you it. We don't give a shit. We do what we want. It's our land. We own it. Sod off.
Well, they're not far wrong though, are they? Let's be completely honest. I mean,
exactly. They're like, who are you to tell me pay this, pay that, pay this? I bought the land. Get out of my way.
Do you know what that showed me watching that? I didn't say it because I was listening, you know what I mean? But buying land, I'm not too sure how much it is. But like, let's say all that patch that they brought, and like plus obviously investing in the caravans and shit, probably cheaper to have your own land like that, and like have your own way of living on your land and make it your own little community.
But you can't, because you see, it's cheap land for them to buy because it's got no planning permission. So they buy cheap
the
land.
Government try to take over, innit?
Yeah, but if you could build on it, you wouldn't be able to afford the land because the big business have been and taking it, building. So they go in and buy it cheap, and then they say, well, we have to do that because it's an unfair system. You know, how else are we supposed to get land to build on? Because you've got the system geared up so we can't afford the land.
It'd be interesting in a couple of months' time to do that same drone flight over over that and see what because it looked all nice and neat and clean and tidy at that point.
Oh, it'll stay like that as well. Some of them, they're immaculate. Some of them sites, they've got, I mean, they're proud people, aren't they? They're not tramps.
Yeah, but if they've not got access to any sort of local authority rubbish collection or that sort of thing, there'll be no sewerage hardlined into there. There'll be no fresh, running water hardlined into it. So long term, what are the implications of that?
Oh, well, it's happened before. There's been a few of these sites. I don't know. I guess they build septic tank. I don't know. I reckon they'll install it themselves. I think long term.
Have you got any by used though? Because I've had some by me that go into a park and take over and litter, and then there's loads of shit left over.
There's a massive official site round here. Yeah, it's massive.
Is it Ossett?
No. Top of Gilderson.
I thought there was one at Ossett.
There's one off on A62. There's a massive one there. got Gelded Road. There's one outside of Gelded Road.
I didn't know that.
Massive.
I work on there. Is that up by Morley?
Yeah, as you're going up that big hill.
All right.
On the right. Yeah. Yeah. LBLA, can I just say thank you so much, Ubers, as well, for the super chat. He's dropped his link to see him in Golders Green. Please do check it out. Nice one, Ubers. And LBLA says, can I just say, big up, congratulations. Amazing stuff, Reese. Great quiz on Sunday. Looking forward to the next one. Or something like that.
Thank you very much, LBLA. Yeah, it was very enjoyable. We had very comparatively less technical issues than we had last time, and everything seemed to go straightforward. I think I've sort of figured out the best way to do, the best format to go forward in. So we are going to be sticking another one up on Sunday at 8 o'clock. It is going to be a regular thing. So. You guys are all more than welcome to come and join us and have some fun. And Jamie very, very kindly rolled over his prize from winning the panel quiz. Congratulations on that, by the way, Jamie. Jamie was the panel quiz champion.
He's using Google.
Google's my brain.
Questions come too thick and fast for him to use Google, mate.
Nah, you just have to record it with Alexa and then put it on loudspeaker. And then when the question's asked.
Right, you're not doing quiz next week. You're not.
No, I don't know about that. I'm only joking, but that's what I think.
We've got a guest, and it says it's not UK lady, but it's someone I've spoke to before, definitely. Hello, gas pipe.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yes, I can hear you well.
How you doing? You all right?
I'm good. Yeah, I've verified you before because I've got your verification name here, and it wasn't gas pipe before. What were you before gas pipe?
I think John Gotti.
I keep notes. I keep notes. You think John Gotti?
I've been a few over the years.
Yeah, I've got this down as untrustworthy. This authenticated account. Honestly, I've seen it before. Have you been on panel before?
No, I haven't. No, I've been on a panel with you on Society Act, EA audits years ago.
Have you?
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
To see you, nice. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think I remember the name John Gotti from quite a while ago.
It does ring a bell, doesn't it? It does ring a bell. It does ring a bell. So, what did you want to talk about, gas pipe? Because I thought you were UK lady the other day, didn't I? Just like I ain't UK lady, and I took your word for it. I believed you, and you don't sound like UK lady.
Before UK lady, everyone thought I was Agent X. That's going back a few years as well.
Oh well, you've proved it. You've proved it now. You've proved it. Yeah, it's not Faces of YouTube. No, it's not.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Mickey Mouse makes a pertinent point.
Okay.
Saying while we talk about the site being kept clean, have you not seen the state of some of the areas around the country? And that is absolutely true. I mean, you go to certain areas certainly round here, Jamie. But you look at some of the there's that guy who does the videos of him going litter picking around various areas. In Birmingham in particular, there's a lot of really, really bad spots for that sort of thing. But I would have thought, those guys, if they actually own that land, they're going to be much more inclined to take good care of it, aren't they?
Well, you can say.
I think like it's in the sticks as well, like it's in the countryside, like it's not like it's in the middle of a city.
No, Reese ain't a fan of fly tippers. Has anyone seen Reese's? Oh no, I bet that's not on your channel anymore, is it?
It is, yeah, it is on my channel, yeah.
In Birmingham, I've had to resort to fly tipping. I've been fly tipping in Birmingham. I've had no choice.
It's a bit of a filler, that, Reese. We'll do it.
Yeah, pop that on if you like.
But to literally fly tip, like they don't move the rubbish.
Oh, nice. When you search average digit, it comes right up.
Not in the street, though. Not where the pub
400,000 views, nearly, Reese.
Yeah, it got some traction, did that, and it got a lot of somebody ripped it off and put it on Twitter, and it had over 1 million views on Twitter.
Yeah. Wow.
I wish I'd have posted it myself.
Yeah, I see. I mean, there's loads of videos out there of mine that are more views than me, especially on TikTok. This is Reese. Well, he became a council worker, didn't you? John, have you got telly on in background? I'm just going to try and reduce your volume a bit. It's coming through. Right, I'm going to mute you up.
That's fly tipping, by the way. To council. My brother said coming. Council. I'm sending video to council, so. Send it. So what are you gonna do? Take it in 2 minutes. Fly tipping. Fly tipping. Take it in 5 minutes. Dumping stuff up there. Fly tipping. No worries. I'll wait 5 minutes till it gets taken, won't I? Stand here filming you. I don't care.
Oh, it tickles me. Love a good audit.
No, you can't fly tip there though. That's mad.
Freaking fish will fall over that straight downstairs.
I fly tip on like a quarry and that, but I've got nowhere else to put it. And everywhere when I was it, not at my house, but around someone else's house.
No!
I'll play it. Remind me.
Why would you accuse me of being racist? If it's a white person doing this, I'll be filming them. It's disgusting. Excuse me?
What's race got to do with it? You never said nothing about race. Is that what they said to you, racist?
Yeah, no, it's the first card they pull out, isn't it? It's like, you've caught me doing something. You've caught me doing something that that I shouldn't be doing. You must be racist because you're holding me to account.
I missed that on first time I watched it.
Disgusting. My taxes have to pay to have that removed.
Yeah, they Romanian.
I'm filming you. I'm filming it. Well, because she's accused me of being racist. You accuse me. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, brother, she's threatening you with brother now.
No. I'm doing. I'll stay right here. I'm in a public place. I can do what I want. Yeah, I'm bored. Absolutely bored. Yep. Yeah, okay. When that rubbish is removed, I'll go. But if it's not going to get removed, I'll record what house you go into, and then I'll call the council and I'll send it to them. Yep, okay.
What you make them move it? You're making them move it.
And I don't want trash dumping in my neighbourhood. I live here. You are desecrating my neighbourhood. I live here.
Great word.
I do, but I've caught you. I've caught you, and I've caught you on camera. I've caught you on camera. Because you're annoying me. You've accused me of being racist because you two are breaking the law. You're breaking the law. I'm not breaking. What law am I breaking?
You're breaking the law.
Okay, so call police then. Call police. If I'm breaking the law, you call the police. Get them to come. See if they'll come.
You'd be wounded, wouldn't you, if you got busted? You'd be wounded.
Fly tipping, man. Yeah, there's dumping shit in fucking street. It's illegal.
You're lucky they never got a crowd around them. You're lucky you never got a crowd around you.
I live down here. I want it taken accountable, you know what I mean?
At least you did it on yourself. You did it on yourself.
You've got sticks in your hand, I don't know what you're going to do with them. No, I don't know. You're acting threatening. You're threatening me in a manner
They moved the tip in.
I'm not acting like a bitch. You guys are the ones that are dumping shit in the street like fucking rats.
Oh, this should be viral. This is hilarious.
Yeah.
Fucking hilarious. I didn't know it was you. Fucking hilarious. Where are they going to put it next?
Yeah,
it ended up at the other side of the road, and this is just down the street from my house. So I'd had one of the business owners actually approach me afterwards. That's about it.
That's
there,
it.
Jamie.
Take your trash.
Wrap it up. But I had one of the business owners approach me and say, you know, you caught them on camera. They ended up fucking dumping it outside my business. I'm like, I'm sorry, mate, but you know, I wasn't going to fucking stand for it. This was before I was driving. I just got off the bus and I seen them doing it, and it was I don't know. It made me fucking blood boil. It made me blood boil. It's like,
spotted an opportunity as well.
Did you report it?
No, I didn't report it. I should have done, really, but Like I say, they moved it. So I proved my point, didn't I? I made my point, and that was that. To be honest with you.
Yeah. What do you think? No, that's a good topic of discussion. And that. What do you think about like I don't know what it's like with you, and how you dispose your items and stuff, but you know stuff that you want to get rid of, units and stuff. What do you do with them?
First, wang it in back garden till it gets grown over.
I take it to tip. Put it back in car. Take it to tip, and if it's too big to go in back at car, I did it when I changed my couch. I called the council and had them come out, and I think it cost like 15 quid an item or something. So they just came and whatever it was. I mean, it, to be honest with you, it weren't that bad when you consider, you know, you just leave it out in the garden and they come and pick it up, and you know it's taken care of, and you don't have to worry about, you know, potential legal implications of getting into trouble. And because you can get, you know, the fines for fly tipping, quite rightly so, are fairly serious.
Yeah,
you end up in court.
That's why I said I won't fly tip where they did. That's why big up you for what's it called? What's it called? Sorry. Did that. What's in my head? My head's gone blank. Sorry, mate. What was I gonna say then? Yeah, but when I fly tip, I meant sorry. I mean, which I don't fly tip. I used to fly tip when I was younger. I used to work for a woodwork company, and then they used to have to pay 30 quid to go to the fly tipping company. But I used to keep it and fly tip it. I was young then. But this fly tipping, it's
we've
literally
got a video
nowhere.
with you. Let's know.
It's literally nowhere to fly to.
I just want to point out to DeWitt. DeWitt's put, do you think you could have got the same result without shouting and swearing and emotional? I didn't get emotional until I got accused of racism. I was firm but cordial up until that point. You accuse me of being racist for standing up for my local area, then that's going to make me emotional, because at the end of the day, you're making a completely unfounded accusation at that point.
But someone shit stirring or something in the comments.
No, it's just DeWitt trying to. I think he probably agrees that it was racist.
What? No, that wasn't racist.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just played the race card on there. Played the race card on there.
Shit in the street, isn't it?
Yeah, don't shit on your own.
I don't know. I'd have to listen back and analyze it proper. But I just heard them say, I don't know what they said, but they must have said, "Oh, you're doing it because we're Romanian."
She goes to me, "What? Are you a racist?"
Oh yeah.
Like what? Hang on. What makes you think I've not said anything to do with anybody's race up? You know, at that point, nothing at all. The fact of the matter is, yeah, I do have footage to prove that I weren't racist to it, but
I can't believe
just
that
the accusation of being of you know, somebody accusing you of being racist when you're not, is it just winds you up, doesn't it? I mean,
I can't believe though that you made them, like not even made them, that they had to like pick the stuff back up.
You humiliated them, didn't you?
Shamed them. That's what we all need to do it.
Shame.
Big up Ubers.
Let's see if Ubers kept his cool in the glass. Golders Green. Let's see what went on. No volume. Oh, here we go.
Have you noticed how nice and clean Golders Green is?
It looks all right.
No litter there, is there?
Good quality camera. Wow. That's it, Ubers.
Bit of graffiti going on that building on left, isn't there?
I don't know what I'm looking for, really. I don't know what I'm looking for.
Mystical, I am the average idiot. So if you search average idiot on YouTube, you'll find me.
But what I was saying, no, when I was fly tipping, it's like in a quarry type, not a quarry thing, like behind trees type of thing. It's not in no danger to public, and there's a lot of stuff in them little bushes place. You get me? It's down to the government to friggin' clean it up, chop the trees down, get rid of the rubbish, and probably put houses there or something. It's fucking wasteland, innit? You know what I mean?
I still don't think it's. I still don't think it's a good idea. I mean, like you say, you did it. It was a while ago when you did it. I would hope that you'd know better than to do that now.
No. It was a while ago when I fly tips, but that's when I fly tips rubbish. I did waste disposal. So instead of going to the tip, I used to just do it somewhere, a secluded spot, and do it and keep the 35 quid, I think it was. That's like over 20 years ago. You know what I mean? But this time, I've got stuff gathering up outside my mum's house, having a declutter. Got stuff outside, bin men are not taking it, bins are loading up. You know what I mean? And it makes the house look a bit scruffy and shit in it. You know what I mean? So I had to do something about it in it because I can't keep everything in the house. I'm just trying to declutter everything in it.
Yeah. Lex, how do I find your viral video?
Oh, I don't know, bro, man. Don't go into that, man. Fucking, I can't.
Don't go into that. It's funny,
nah, I don't even know, though. I don't even know. Someone would probably have to show you, mate. But
I just know you've got a viral video on the bus.
Yeah. But I did pay my bus fare and it's not as it makes out everyone is.
I don't know where it is, Sasha. I would play it if I could find it.
But I just love yous and leave yous in it, man. Because, as I said, man, negative energy. They got
Why
you
is it a bad
there.
video? Is it not a funny
It's
video?
embarrassing. No, it's embarrassing, isn't it? But I can't.
I won't play it. I won't embarrass you. No, I won't do that to you.
But obviously, that's why I don't read the comments and that, innit?
No, don't worry. I won't do that to you. I'll wait till you've gone.
No, I don't mind then, innit? Because it's nothing new. It gets played all the time, but I'm just not in the mood today, innit?
Yeah.
Who filmed that video?
Right, I'm having a
Which one, Gaspipe?
Eh?
Which video?
Lex's video on the bus.
Oh,
yeah, I can't remember it.
I don't think I've seen it, to be honest.
Was it just a random person who filmed it, or was it someone you know?
That's what people keep saying to me. I don't know. They got a clue. I don't know about all this internet stuff.
Right, what else is going on? What else is going on?
Did you watch Prime Minister's Question Time today?
No.
Apparently, Kemi Badenoch made a rather made a joke that wasn't very well received about sex toys or something. I didn't hear it, but I heard James O'Brien, the lefty James O'Brien, griping about it.
Okay, I've got it here. We'll play it. She was outrageous, says Princess Angela. So this must be bad. She gets scolded by the speaker. Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
Scolded by a speaker?
Speaker of the House.
By the Speaker of the House.
Like, yeah, somebody talking. Yeah, I thought you meant like a speaker.
Let's have a look.
A week later, when she realised she'd made a massive error of judgment, she attempted the mother of all U-turns. That didn't work. So this weekend, she said, when I said we should jump into the war, she said this weekend, Mr. Speaker, that what she meant, she was talking about verbal support.
Prime Minister, it's Prime Minister's questions. We've got to concentrate.
So poor from the Prime Minister. This this is. Labour MPs are laughing. Labour MPs are laughing, Mr. Speaker. This is a moment of profound national seriousness. And what are they doing? They're promoting sex toys in Parliament. That's what they're doing. Mr. Speaker, yeah, it gives a whole new meaning to fiddling while Rome burns.
Whoa,
Oh my God.
Get it out.
What the fuck?
Oh my God.
House of Parliament are killing it now. Prince Andrew to the House of Parliament.
Wow.
And I mean, I just got that. That was like a slap in the face. Keir Starmer talking about fucking U-turns. What the actual fuck?
Yeah, he didn't implement one thing.
No room to talk.
Can someone explain it to me? What was she even on about? What
Right.
was
So there's a Labour. Yeah, Labour MP has launched an initiative to called the Summer of Sex to reduce the stigma about talking about sex.
Okay.
And so obviously that's a platform that the Labour MPs use their platform to do this, and that's what the dig was about. You know, you've got Labour MPs talking about sex.
Oh, because you want to start opening. Oh no, we don't need that. I mean, I'm a bit of a SWAT like openly. No, we don't talk about sex toys in public with your colleagues. Is that what they're on about? Just getting open about stuff like that?
I think it's more to do with the fact that I don't know. As a culture, the British, as you've just demonstrated, we're really quite prudish about it, Jim.
There's a reason. Well, all right then. I mean, do you think it's appropriate that we start talking about what we get up to?
I don't. I mean, I don't think that there should be the moral taboos surrounding it. Obviously, there's a time and a place. You know what I mean?
It's not British, and it's standards. If you start, where does it end? Like we've seen, you see people on TikTok running around telling people to get some clothes on. What do you think about that? Is it a similar thing?
How do you mean?
In reducing, like how your culture can change. Like, you had modesty, and then people now would be less modest. And then if help me out, someone.
Do you know what happened to me? Do you know what happened to me the other day? But I'm glad because today it got resolved and that in it. But it's kind of like the same. What you're saying, and that like they're making it like all right, like kids at school think it's all right to like wear rainbow, gay pride, fucking it's all right to be trans or whatever it is. But my point is, there was a guy that I was speaking to, and I always say hello to him, and I won't name his name and that. But you get me. But he's cool anyway. You get me. But he was doing some gay shit, but he's gay. You get me. And he talks a bit like what's the word called? Inappropriately. You get me. And I'm not gay, but because I got banned, I'm like, cool. I'll let you off. But then he showed something that's gay, and I felt like I got violated. You get me? Because I don't.
You're not homophobic, are you, Lex? You shouldn't be homophobic.
No, I'm not homophobic. It's just that it was him. I've already seen porn bombs where people porn bomb people, and you just see a really like, oh, you've been porn bombed. It's just it was him. It's because it was him in it, and I felt like, you get me. It was just a bit wrong in it, but he said any. But my point is, that's the way the world is. People that are gay that was in the closet before, people that used to pretend to be someone that they're not. Now the world's making them think that they can come out and say whatever they want and violate people that are straight.
Oh,
what do you think of that?
Well, yeah, I'm on the fence a little bit.
On YouTube as well. No, it's on YouTube as well. So that's going across the guidelines, isn't it? You can't be having
not really, because
that's why porn bombs get you banned. You're not allowed to show a willy on YouTube.
No willies on YouTube, definitely not.
You get me? And not with your own face stuck in the willy. You know what I mean?
No, definitely not that. No, definitely not that.
That's violating me, innit?
If people can express their sexuality, I have no problem with that.
Yeah, not on YouTube though. Not on YouTube. You can, but not in a graphic ways, innit?
Yeah. You don't want to hear about the actual act.
You don't want to see it. You don't want to see it more than anything, can it?
No, you definitely don't.
No, I think there's adequate restrictions in place for things that you'd be considered to be pornographic, but I think that as generally, you know, in terms of talking about relationships and that sort of side of it, we don't even do that really.
We've got a guest.
What's the main topic? This is probably like
we're free for all tonight.
Yeah.
Uber's you in Boozer?
Yes, I've got a person here that's going to tell you all about Arsenal.
I tell him something.
Yes.
No problem.
Yeah.
Go on then, man.
And he's part Irish. So, well, yeah.
I've got Tyson Fury.
Yes. So, tell us a little bit about. Tell us a little bit about Arsenal.
Arsenal, yeah.
And that's Jamie, by the way.
Arsenal, 9 points top of the league last week. Now we're down to 6. Man City beat us, that's 3 points. Still top of the league. There's no one that can stop us. We're the best.
Got a game in
Keep going.
Got a game
oh, get up, Boulder lad! Get up, Boulder lad!
They got a game in
To
bleed.
A little bit of Kanye.
MUFC.
What, Man United?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about Man United. They're about to get relegated, isn't
they got beaten by Leeds.
That's Tottenham. I don't actually know, but
say that again. I can't. Hello. Here you go.
Whereabouts are you? You're in London.
Yes, in London.
Oh, in London?
Yeah, we're in London.
Yeah. North London forever.
We have a lovely lady here.
Wished.
Tell us. This is Society X, and we want to know a little bit about Arsenal. We're in North London.
Arsenal are the best.
Wow.
Better than all the rest. Wish your mouth too bleak, for you get carved in your mouth.
Do we like the Irish here?
Yeah, of course we do.
Damn right.
We do. Damn right. Yeah.
You know I speak to Gammon, so it don't matter. You know.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Take care. Have a great night, Ubers. It sounds like you're in great company. Have a great time. Oh, right. We've got Mank Pete backstage. I don't know if we've spoke before. Have we? I recognise the name, Pete, but I don't think we've spoke before. Welcome on the panel, Pete.
Hello there.
How are you doing?
I'm all right, pal. You?
Are you wanting to keep your camera on? I don't mind. It's up to you.
It's fine by me.
Yeah, no problem. Welcome on the panel.
You say that like it's an insult. Are you sure you want to keep your camera on?
No, I just don't want to show someone's face if they don't want to show it. That's all.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I know what I'm doing with this. So if I didn't want my camera on, it wouldn't be on.
Yeah, good.
But
is it what you want to jump in on, Matt, or do you want to just chill, whatever?
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about what you were saying a moment ago about like the Labour are bringing in these sex policies and things like that. It's like, well,
why?
What's wrong with talking about sex more openly?
Well, there's nothing wrong with it, I think. But why are a government getting together and going, we need this country to start talking more about what they're up to in the bedroom? What the heck? When is that a priority?
Well, because no one's asking directly, what is it you like in the bedroom? What do you like in the bedroom? No one's doing that. No, it's a government initiative to push discussing these topics in general more openly, because there is a lot of stigma around sex and sexual matters.
Yeah, you're right. My opinion is, I want to let you carry on, but my opinion is, in my head, right about now, is Adam and Eve. That's it, man and woman. Okay, you can put these other things in and fabricate stuff and that, and say, it's okay to do that. But I'm just standing on that now, right? Because I've seen gay people violate, which isn't right for straight people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gay. So why
So
you
it's the
putting
old-
gay shit up? You get me?
Yeah.
Like, you're getting the government's giving you too much rights to flex your sexuality when
All right.
it's meant to
all
be
right.
Adam and Eve.
Let me put this in
You
a
know
way
what I
you
mean?
might understand it, right?
So-
No, I think you need to be a bit more. I think you need to open your mind, Lexon, and you need some equality training. That's what I'm sensing.
So,
you need
like-
to be more open to people's
No, I
sexuality.
don't mind. I
Gay
watch it
people
on
exist.
telly. I
People
watch it
of
on telly.
varying.
I watch it on telly, but I'm not around that, innit? You know what I'm saying?
No one's.
You know what, right? I think we're missing a point. That from a point of keeping people safe, then it does make sense to talk about it more openly in friends groups, doesn't it? Because
Which is
then now
all-
does anyone know
which
what's
is-
right and what's wrong?
Yeah, which is all that is being pushed. It's not, it's not right. You remember when you were a kid at school, and then you'd all get taken into the hall, and then they'd wheel out the big telly on the big thing.
Yeah,
they're not going to start showing porn on that. That's not what's going
Don't hold
on.
your breath. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Angela, is that you? Hi, love. Yeah, I think the reason we want to talk is probably so people can be. Yeah, I mean, I'm convinced a bit. Actually, Angela, what do you think about this? You think it's a good idea? I bet.
What was it? It's something questioned before.
Yep.
Which was.
In short, should we be more open about discussing sex?
Absolutely, yeah, I do definitely. I think because it's so taboo, isn't it? And then you've got where the younger generation are now thinking that certain things are normal, which they're seeing online, and it ain't normal, and they need to know about love and relationships. And
there's also the reverse of that. There's also the reverse of that some people grow up thinking some things aren't normal. And then you find out, it's everywhere.
What if? Yeah, could they work with someone like Bonnie Blue, for example? Get Bonnie Blue in, and then she can do like a presentation on the big screen and talk about what's right and what's wrong. No,
or maybe the opposite.
Jesus.
I guess also if you're in a workplace, it'll be different now because I haven't worked in a workplace for probably over a decade anyway. So now in the workplace, you probably got these. I remember like working with a couple of people that were gay, and I say hello and whatever, but obviously I don't know.
You keep going on
But
about this gay.
My point is.
I'm going to stop you with this point.
My point is.
No. I'm going to stop you because I know what your point is. Adam and Eve shit.
Yeah, the gay side of it is a tiny part of it. Yeah,
exactly. That's not what
it does come into it like that, but it's more like just sexual matters in general, which, I think should be discussed more openly. It shouldn't have this kind of British. Like, oh no, we don't talk about that.
Do you know, I remember my granddad being like, do you know, like donkeys years ago, and there'll be like two men kissing or something on telly, or two women, and he'll be going, pass me the controller. Do you know what I mean? Like, really like they want to see that.
DeWitt says, do we have more attacks, unplanned pregnancies, sexual diseases, etc., than Nordic countries? Maybe that's.
I don't know. I've never looked at the statistics for those kind of things because.
Like,
we got a guest coming on. Shady, is that you?
I don't know. You're asking me complicated questions.
It sounds like you.
No, don't ask me complicated questions I can't ask. I don't know if it's me. Is it?
Yep, no problem. No problem.
Is you, I think it is. He's not dead yet.
Shady, should we be talking more about our sex lives?
Yeah, I grew up with a really open mother.
Yeah.
And, I was born in the 60s. I don't know if you noticed that. But in the 70s, it was that video. You get the TV screen, and sex education was, this is what happens if you have sex. Here's a baby. And that put you off being the man with, I was only...
I'm not having nothing to do with that.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not going to be next to my girlfriend while she's popping something out. That's all it did. But my mother, she had this because she's Austrian. If you're old enough to ask, you're old enough to learn. And I asked her about what B-Day was. I won't repeat what she says. She asked me girlfriends I've had sex with. She told me you better wear a condom. She did all of that, but she was open with it. But my dad was Victorian. If you mentioned any of that, rather than talk to you, it'd slap you around the face.
Yeah.
It was a no go. You couldn't do that at all with it.
I mean, my daughter's obviously now 18. Progressively, as my missus and I have always been sort of willing to answer any questions, but she's really quite prudish when it comes to talking about anything like that. She's very, very reluctant to whereas me and my missus are quite relaxed about it. You know, it just is what it is. Sex is sex. It's a part of life. If you're doing it right, it's an enjoyable part of life. You know, and I don't think that, you know, the taboos that we have surrounding it are necessarily helpful, especially when you consider that we've got a declining birth rate as a population. And, you know, obviously the one thing that's going to resolve that is, well, having more sex.
Well, can I just ask, why would you be doing it if you weren't enjoying it?
Yeah,
You know what I wanted to say earlier, though, before I got cut off, John? What?
Sorry, let's go ahead. Yeah, I've just got to be conscious that we're not being homophobic on panel. That's all.
Yeah, I wasn't. Let me just say this, though. Let me just say this before I've got a misunderstanding. Go on,
all right.
Shady, sorry. Go on, Shady.
Reece, let's continue on to what Reece said. As a parent, you got all that, it's all this and that. And the other. The thing is, you're afraid to tell your daughter that. You're waiting for her to ask you because you don't want to put things in her head, I presume, that, you know, to make it promiscuous or, oh, no, it's all right, just wear a condom. You don't want to do that. You want to find out for her to find out, but you still have to put those things out. Like my mum used to say, if you're going to have sex, wear a condom, do this, that. And she'd leave it a couple of weeks with a girlfriend. She'd say, are you having sex with her? She'd be that blunt.
Yeah.
Tell her, are you having sex? I better find condoms. And I'm Roman Catholic, and she does not, you know, you have to have kids, but she wasn't stupid. Wear a condom until you're in a relationship, like marriage.
Yes,
then don't wear condoms. She's like against the grain.
Some women do want to have kids, though, so that's a different thing. You know what I mean? I was forced to have a kid.
Oh, because she wanted kids.
When my sister, who sadly passed away, when she was 16, 17, she had a kid because she had a beautiful, amazing younger brother who's 6 years of age. I don't know who he was, but I was so cute that made her want to be with her husband and have a kid. And his name's
That was
Mark.
so cute. Have you been doing some welding, Shady? Have you been welding? Welding.
Why? I've been cycling. I just can't be able to take the cycling lessons off.
Guys, I'm going to have to go because I've got some nourishment coming. So thanks for having me on anyway. And yeah, have a good evening, guys.
Thank you.
Take care. See you later.
Respect, man. Take care.
Shady looks like he's just left the firing range.
I was going to fire him. I think you're smart.
Yeah, you're looking swag, to be honest, Shady.
Oh, yeah. Well,
what you got on?
I do.
Oh, they are Bobby Dazzlers, them glasses. Oh, yeah.
I've got another pair as well. If you're going to be, I've got a fruity pair now. I think these are all different colours. Which ones are they? Are they my normal ones?
I got you, John.
They're so good. I fucking bought 3 pairs.
What are the 3 for £1?
No. They're about 5 for 2. I don't know what. That's the old ones that inspired me to get these because I keep losing the fuckers. I lost that pair now. These, I just thought, I didn't want these, but then I thought they're fucking snow camouflage for next winter.
yeah, they'll be useful in Arctic then. Right.
They look like fucking Elton John's.
There you go. Welcome up, John.
There's my Hoover that I haven't fucking, well, I have tested it. It's full.
Yeah, I've seen John.
The Hoover's full. I can't Hoover anymore because it's full. I don't know how to empty it. That's what I'm saying.
Hello, Angela, though. Sorry. Hello, Angela.
Hey,
Let's. Angela only lives 40 miles away from Birmingham, you know.
No, I've been down there, man. I took her for a drink.
John, the government be meddling in people's sex lives.
Well, hang on, Jamie. That's a loaded question in itself. They're not.
Yeah, I'm full of them. I love a good loaded question.
Yeah. They're just promoting, talking about it a lot more, being more open.
Yeah,
but is that? Well, actually, I think it's a fair question. Actually, should they be meddling in what people talk about?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but look at this society for a million years, or at least last 25 years. If you say to somebody, no, don't do it, they're going to do it more. Don't take drugs, do it more. Don't have sex.
Let me just cut in because I just remembered I was going to say something and I forgot. You get me, but I'll let everyone finish. But basically, it's in my head now. I was going to say, like, when I was at school, everyone's got their own ways. But you see now, because obviously it's been like over 20 years probably, I haven't been at school. All this stuff's coming out in the government. I'm hearing that they're saying it's okay to be like this at school, like that at school. I think that the government are pushing agendas onto kids to try and make them like that. But my point is, if they do be like that, and then you try to push that onto Adam and Eve, like I was saying, you get me, and try and like walk around the streets in like rainbows with your bum out and shit because you think it's all right to be gay. No, it's a world where men and women just keep it in the closet.
No,
Well,
there's no.
Okay,
No
so you've
one's-
doubled down. No, sorry, I just have to respond because he said he wanted to respond and clear up some misunderstanding.
Yeah.
But it clearly wasn't a misunderstanding, was it? Because you've just doubled down, Lex. And I appreciate your view, but I also have to act accordingly. And I want people to be welcoming of all. So we'll say
no
good
one's,
night.
Yeah, no one's trying to make more gay people.
Well,
Exactly.
Everybody's entitled.
It's not.
To,
It's not a
entitled.
recruitment thing. It's more having the education out there so that if it turns out that you are, then it's okay to be open about it.
Absolutely.
There's nothing wrong with that, and I think people should be free to do that and not to be scared as well. And gone are the days where people are getting battered for the sexuality.
Yeah.
Well, the problem
is
where you do see massive statistical outliers, I do think there is something going on, and where you tend to see stuff like this is where you've got what. So you tend to see it in like who's that Hollywood couple where they've got. It's
Shady and Angela. That's Shady
something
and
like that, and they like multiple of their children are some kind of non-gender, non-binary something or other. In that environment, my gut is telling me that they're treating their children like they're some kind of fucking fashion accessory, and that they've been steered towards this, or there's some kind of social contagion that's at play. But that doesn't mean that I don't also disagree with the fact that people shouldn't be able to live their lives the way they see fit. But that also you also have to take into account that children can and are quite malleable and are very impressionable. So there is a balance to be struck, and anybody who tells me that there isn't, it just isn't paying attention.
Exactly, and that's you proved that it's important how you articulate an argument as well. That you can cover all bases and still get a point.
Yeah.
So
you can't remember that we were all children once. Yeah, we've all been there, and what we're doing was we're putting our own thoughts onto children.
Yeah, and that works in both ways as well. Like the fact that there are so few young women that are inclined to go into engineering, or there are so few young women.
That used to be in like the 80s.
It used to be the case. It's also still the case. It's still the case now. But like the argument traditionally was made, well, men are more inclined to go into sort of STEM fields and women are more inclined to go into the humanities. And that may have been the case because there was a cultural aspect. But what I mean is now that we've removed the cultural barriers, let's say for argument's sake, there was a law that said that women are only allowed to wear pink hats and men are only allowed to wear blue hats. And the law dictated this, and that law
existed. It used to be,
well, because these days that's the only way you'd be able to tell.
But what I'm saying is, Angela, I think I'm about to agree with you here, Angela. And what I'm saying is that, let's say, for argument's sake, that you rescinded that law tomorrow, but because the law has existed, or the cultural practices existed for hundreds of years, the cultural practice doesn't just disappear when the law disappears. The cultural practice continues to proliferate.
Indeed, and that's happening now. Like someone said in chat, well, that's people's opinions; they're entitled to it. Absolutely. However, the difference is we've got legislations in this country which can criminalise people for what they think and feel if they articulate it in a certain way. Is that right, John?
Yeah.
Others, it's correct. So that's why when people see me kicking people off panels and stuff, I have to act a timely manner. That's what it says I have to. So if I hear something on panel and I remove you, then I've acted in a timely manner and I'm sound. So that's all. That's.
Well, I think the problem is that like the non-crime hate instance and things like that exist within the UK. Legally,
it wouldn't be non-crime. You would have this would be this. No, it would be a crime.
It depends. It depends whether.
Yeah, if someone heard that and were offended, then it's a crime. It's not a non-crime.
Well, the problem is it's subjective. So, like,
it's not. It's not. It relies on the person feeling it was related to their sexuality alone.
Which in and of itself is subjective.
It's like racism.
So yeah, but it's not subjective. It's out of your control, John. So it's not subjective. It's out of your power. Whereas in British law, you'd have to prove intent. Well, not in that case. You wouldn't need to. That'd be excluded.
No. Well, this is exactly it, Jamie. They've removed the need for intent. So, for example, you could bump into a person in the street, genuine accident, and you could turn around and go, "Oi, dickhead, watch where you're going." And if it turns out that that person's gay or from some kind of minority group, and they perceive that you going to them, "Oi, dickhead, watch where you're going," was a hate crime, even though you did, they perceived that the reason that you said it is because of their protected characteristic. Then their perception is all that is necessary.
There were a recent similar case happened in a school or something to do with a risk assessment and a child with a knife.
Well, there's a guy who had a non-crime hate incident show up on an advanced DBS check that was recorded against him by Hereford and Worcestershire Police because he handed he handed a guy a carrier bag in a homophobic manner. How the fuck do you hand somebody a carrier bag in a homophobic manner? And what did he do?
Where was that?
Yeah, I don't know. I can pull that off if you challenge me.
It's written so loose. Is the legislation? That's the issue. It's not. It's very loose. It's very loose.
I'd like to see more details or more information on that.
Yeah, I would on that one. Yeah, definitely.
That seems unlikely to the point of absolute bullshit.
The problem is it was a non-crime hate incident. It wasn't a hate crime. It didn't rise to the level of a hate crime. It was recorded as a non-crime hate incident.
Yeah, but still, you can't.
Because it doesn't matter. The police received the complaint.
And they did it because I'm fat.
The police received the complaint. The complainant identified the individual, and they just recorded it.
So
Is it to do with carrying a handbag? Was it something to do with carrying a handbag and reference to a handbag?
No, they were handed a carrier bag in a homophobic manner.
I can't find any details on it.
No, you need to have just been looking too.
Wait for my next video, Jamie. It might have been me. That's an idea. You know me. I've been doing it.
What you were saying before, though, about the whole women in engineering and stuff like that. That was probably like an 80s, 90s thing. We've come on so far from that now. It's like
but you would agree that like culture changes over time and there's a lag to it, right? It's not like for example,
it's not a new thing. People are making it a new thing again now, but making it an issue again now. But we've already been there and done that. I don't see why people are making all these issues again now.
I think we should bring back the Diet Coke advert, me.
Well, so for example, my
initiative. It's the parents' initiative to inspire their children. Like my dad had 4 daughters, two sons. If he was doing maintenance on the car, he'd drag me and my brother to do it. He wouldn't ask the others. Then when my mum was cooking, she'd like, "Oh, come and watch me cook," and that's the parents' fault for saying, "Hey, here's your role in life." Now my dad would have said, "You're going to get a car. You need to learn maintenance." They would might wanted to be a mechanic instead of like chefs and this, that, and everything they are.
I remember my dad telling me that my sisters, like whoever it is at school, told her because she wanted to go into engineering, with being in Derby, obviously. And they turned around and told her that no, it wasn't a women's place. She couldn't do it. She would never get anywhere. She would never succeed in anything. Actually, she'd go and do some like whatever different kind of stuff, childcare, whatever. And something like that, yeah. And she was like, "No, I'm doing it." And she went off and did it. And then she was one of the first to do what she did and whatever what she was doing at the time. I don't know, as a woman. And I'm going back to like whenever it was. Wasn't anything good. It must have been good for her.
If you think, and Angela, and think Derby is an engineering city like Rolls Royce.
Yeah, that's what it was. Though it was. It was at the.
They accepted a lot of people, if you was smart enough to learn, they didn't care if you was male or female in the 90s and 2000s and onwards.
Yeah, well, my family all used to work for, well, they still do, one of them does, the nuclear division. I mean,
Yeah, my nephew's working there.
Yeah.
Can I just quickly ask, you were talking before I got here, you were talking about like the being more open about like sexual behavior and things like that.
Yeah.
Not me. Not me.
Well, I mean, I don't. It's one of those things. It's like in an appropriate time and place. Like if you've, I don't think it's appropriate for, regardless of orientation, for example, like somebody to be walking down the high street wearing a bikini or hot pants, like you know, ridiculously revealing clothing or something. I don't think that has any.
Doing it then.
But I don't think that has. I don't think it has anything to do with sexual orientation. I just think that's inappropriate behaviour.
Yeah, right.
But the something that I do think, something that I do think is absolutely necessary is appropriate sex education in schools. How are children supposed to report inappropriate behaviour directed towards them if they're completely ignorant?
That's a great point, and it's about safety. I think that's the bigger picture,
Yeah.
making sure.
And also, like, if we're expecting, for example, it's a primary drive. It's sex is something that's built into the vast majority of us. It's something that once you start, you know, being awash with hormones, it's going to be an urge that you're going to have. There's nothing that we can do about it, short of sexually neutering our population. Like, what the hell are we supposed to do? Like, you're better off being informed than not. I'm more concerned about the educational context than I am about the social context, because frankly, I think the social context will follow from the education.
No. I get your point. I do get your point, but no, I mean, I've not seen the proposed legislation, but I would probably, as a reasonable person, guess it's not going to be the case that they're going to be, you know, showing, all right, and this move is called the flying vegan kind of thing. You know, it's not. It's not.
I never heard of that
anything like that. It's just more discussing attitudes towards sex in general, rather than. Like,
what's this flying vegan? I've never come across that one.
I just made that one up on the fly.
Yeah, I did suspect vegans are boring fucks. Yeah, the flying vegan is when they sit at opposite ends of the bedroom with a line of vegetables between them, and then they completely fail to use the vegetables in interesting ways whatsoever.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh yes, would you be interested in some cultural police to measure skirt length? Oh, interesting.
No, I'm definitely not calling for like
moral police.
You know, like moral police, or like the equivalent, the moral equivalent of the Stasi running around.
Yeah. So
you know,
more like
no
progression to a bit more modesty.
I think there should be freedom of expression and clothing.
Well, I'm not even
properly important bits up.
Exactly.
I'm not even.
So
I'm not even necessarily
miniskirts are okay as long as you don't see the knickers.
But it's a case of I'm not even necessarily. I'm not a prude. It's just like it's about. It's sort of like this social contract society that we live in. Like, if you're walking around like a Sainsbury's supermarket or something, like you're not really, when you go into the Sainsbury's supermarket, you're not really consenting to seeing somebody walking around in a thong and a bra, or right now, whilst they might technically have the ability to do that, and there might not be necessarily a law against it or whatever, like, it should be understood that you're in a space with people where it may well be necessary that they go to that space to go to the supermarket to buy food. Whereas if you're in sort of like some funky nightclub and you're wearing some thong and a bra, if you see that, you knew that it was there was a reasonable expectation of you seeing it. Therefore, you don't really have a right to complain about it. You know,
that's where you go to the nightclub. It says, and there's a big sign saying dress code, and in big letters, none. Then you know to expect whatever.
Well,
I mean, Jesus,
I'm
I've been clubbing in Berlin.
Your head,
you know,
I'm
quite
getting the sense
happily.
in your head. There's two different points you're trying to make here. And yeah, you're right. So, like out in a nightclub, you know, dress as scantily or as sexually attractive or provocatively as you like. When you're out in like Sainsbury's, yeah, it is a different matter.
Yeah. What's the matter if anyone really what anyone's wearing?
Yeah. But on the flip side of that, the other point you were trying to make, I think, kind of.
Sorry.
You were confusing the idea that, we should tell not necessarily kids, but just society in general about, these, human beings are sexual beings. This is what happens. If somebody does this, this is what it means, and X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, that's fine. What's wrong with that?
No, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I was just confused about you like ping ponging between the two topics.
Because there are two social contexts at play, aren't there? So the expression of like the fact that we are sexual beings and it is a primary drive that we have, it needs to be expressed both with our immediate sexual partners, but it is also expressed in society at large. There's a reason why we dress the way we do. There's a reason why, if I get a compliment from somebody going, "Oh wow, you look very handsome," or something like that. Not that it happens very often, but that gives me a certain fizz. It makes me feel a certain way. And I actually even like it. Like if I'm out for a night out with my wife, if we're out for a meal and we're going for a few drinks in a bar or something, and my wife gets approached, I don't mind that. They're going to be rebuffed. They're going to be, I'm not some like I don't spend much time stood at the foot of my own bed, if you get my meaning. But I don't mind my wife being approached because it gives her. She then knows that like society at large, and this guy in particular thinks that she's attractive, and she's going to say no because she's my wife and we're committed to one another. But it's a nice thing for her to have, John,
and John, and for you, recipient, you've actually felt, yes, I scored her. She is beautiful, and
I get a little buzz as well because I'm like, that guy wants her, but she's coming home with me. It's kind of and I don't get this extreme jealousy that people get.
Well, if you're immature, if you haven't got that maturity, a lot of people don't have that maturity.
Yeah, some insecure guys would respond to that interaction with extreme rage. And the dangerous guys would not only respond with extreme rage, but they would blame their significant other for the interaction, which I think is a sign of an abusive person.
That's a good point that I'm going to make. That'd be a good education to treat men and women. Don't be jealous. It's a compliment. And he's going to go, because I've had arguments where a girl's chatted me up and my girlfriend went fucking loopy, she went crazy.
So just quickly in response to J-Mars, no, I've never told my wife not to wear something. If anything, I'm the one that is trying to convince her to wear more revealing shit because I look looking at her. So if anything, it's the opposite way around.
I feel that to begin with, there was not like that personal relationship, was it?
I'm constantly telling her to do a Rachel on Friends and just ditch the bra entirely.
Too much information.
I had a girlfriend like that once. It was over 25 years ago. And on a summer's day, she was outside. There was like loads of flats. And she was sitting in a T-shirt with no bra. And there's men gawping at her because you can see everything. Well, you couldn't. You could see the outline. And I just went, I can't be asked for them saying it. I just went, you know why they're staring at you? She said, yeah, I know, but I don't care. And then I realised I shouldn't care as well because you came over with me.
It's funny, like when my wife and I go away on holiday and stuff, she'll sunbathe topless, and I'll take the mick out of her. I go, that guy over there was checking you out. I'll wind her up, stuff like that. You know, it's good fun. It's just all
Does she
lighthearted.
find it fun? Just curious. Or does
Sorry?
does she find it fun? Or does she say like, no, it's not, them stupid. Leave it.
No, if it, obviously it depends what mood she's in. Sometimes she's a bit playful and she'll play along with it. Obviously, if she's in the playful mood, then I'll go along with it. I would never like make her feel if I got the feeling that it made her uncomfortable, then you stop doing it, because that's the gentlemanly thing to do. You don't make somebody uncomfortable on purpose, especially somebody that you love. You know, why would you do that?
Yeah, you've just
I
got to be
don't know why
careful.
someone would also bring, I don't know why someone would, I just don't do that kind of a engagement with the person. I don't know why that would happen to begin with. I just don't get it. It's just really.
I mean, I know many years ago, because me and Angela lived in the same city, I tried to be romantic towards her. When I found out that she hated donkeys, and look, that was it. That was
Was that a deal breaker, was it?
It was a deal. Yeah. I was trying to say you just rode on donkey, but no, he didn't. And that was a deal breaker, Angela. I'm sorry, it was. I love your passion for ponies, but I love ponies.
Was it that she hated donkeys, or did she just find out how much you loved them?
Yeah, it could have been actually. I liked donkeys because I was being amorous towards her. I said, I love donkeys. Get a stray donkey. Like donkey. And she went, I don't want a donkey. That was her way of saying, fuck off, Shady. If that was the case, I'd give her respect for your rejection.
Basically, she'd think twice whenever you said, I'm going to ride that ass.
An ass is an American word for donkeys. Different breed altogether, but it is.
What? I don't know. Are they different? Are they?
Yeah. A horse that shags another one, a pony or something, that's a donkey. And then a pony that shags
because I know there's a difference. There's a difference between a donkey and a mule, isn't there? Because mules are infertile, and I think donkeys are a species into their own right, aren't they?
Well, I don't know. Maybe.
I'll Google it after this.
Let's spend a couple of minutes just having a look at the history of gay rights within the UK. Let's have a look.
Homosexual behaviour between adult consenting males in private should no longer be a criminal offence.
1957.
This was the beginnings of tolerance for same-sex couples in Britain. It's now 50 years since it was made legal for two men to be in a relationship in England and Wales, before which more than 1,000 men were imprisoned and attitudes towards them were largely hostile. 5 years after the decriminalisation of homosexuality, London played host to its first Pride Festival, an event which soon spread all over the world.
Very good. Now as fast as you can.
In 2002, same-sex couples were given the right to adopt, but there's still a long way to go.
We kept being asked how we would be able to provide a male role model for our daughter because we were in a same-sex relationship. So it's still something that has to be talked about.
In 2008, homophobic hate crime became illegal, yet there are on average 23 attacks against gay people every day in the UK. The legalisation of gay marriage in England and Wales came in 2013, then in Scotland, but remains illegal in Northern Ireland. This year, London's Pride event drew in its biggest ever crowd, with more than 26,000 people. While there's been progress in Britain, same-sex relations are still criminalised in 72 other countries. For the LGBT community, the fight for equal rights is far from over.
Well, I think it was, from what I got, you know, I did glance across it. 1950s. They didn't legalise it for men. They actually legalised anal sex, basically. Because if you was a man and a woman having anal sex, that was illegal. They actually just legalised it, and then gay men could then be legal, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think I think the legislation was the legalisation of sodomy, I believe.
Yeah, sodomy. Yeah, that was the word. Yeah.
So anal sex was illegal.
Hang on, let's just fact check this.
I think the legal terminology was sodomy was illegal.
Sodomy, yeah, I say anal.
Criminalised as a crime against nature or buggery, legalised in Western nations.
but it dependent on which religious text you look at with regards to the source of it. Like any sex that wasn't designed for procreation technically was sodomy. Which means from a religious point of view, because I've had a vasectomy, every time my wife and I have sex, despite the fact that we're married and have kids, every time my wife and I have sex, under some religious traditions, that technically counts as sodomy, even if it's vaginal as opposed to anal. So, like,
not really, because the laws aren't based on like religion, are they? So
no, but I was more referencing. Typically, this complaint comes from a religious perspective, like on average.
I know, because it was all right, wasn't it, up until 1991 for a man to have sex with his wife, regardless whether she wanted it or not. So I think it's just more about law rather than religion. I don't think it's necessarily about whatever orifice it goes.
Yeah, but that's a different law, though, isn't it? Which again is
law,
like the fact that it was that was okay, like legally speaking, so late in the day is outrageous.
When one law happens in 1950s, another law happens, another law happens, another law happens, another, and then we've got to the stage where if you have sex with your wife, and vice versa, the woman has sex with you, it's like technically rape. So
who's looking forward to the summer of sex? Are you looking forward to the summer of sex? Yeah, it's going to be a good thing, isn't it? Summer of sex, Labour government.
Yeah, if you're a dogger and watching, because I can't do it anymore.
Oh, you're tapping out, Shady. You're not getting involved.
To be fair, it's probably the perfect time for the Labour Party to bring in the summer of sex, considering, well, some people believe they've been fucking us for the last 2 years.
Oh, indeed. Indeed.
Well, I suppose if that's the case, we should have a discussion about consent, shouldn't we?
Homosexual acts between men over 21, the death penalty would have been your comeuppance in 1861.
Did you ever see that? He was an old school British comedian, and he does a parody conversation that he was having with a friend of his. He goes, well, like and he's talking to a friend, and he goes, well, you know, first, like if a gay couple had sex, they'd be executed, and then if a gay couple had sex, they'd be imprisoned, and then if a gay couple had sex, they'd be fined. You know, and now, if a gay couple has sex, there's no repercussions whatsoever.
Well, doesn't that just prove how rough they've had it? Because I guess you're trying to.
But the joke is, the guy goes, so anyway, I'm leaving the country. And his friend goes, well, why are you leaving the country? He goes, I'm leaving before they make it compulsory.
Well, it takes away the struggle, doesn't it? It takes away the fight that homosexual people have had. Does that joke? It's like it downplays.
Well, the thing that I always found really the thing that always upset me about the whole discussion between like heterosexual or same-sex relationships was it is just like, I know how I feel about my wife, and I think I know how my wife feels about me, and we obviously have like a heterosexual relationship, but there's nothing to say the two women couldn't feel the same way about one another and two men couldn't feel the same way about one another, and the notion that their relationship should be prescribed legally just because it doesn't conform to some kind of traditional value, it like really is there's no justification for that. And then when you look at like some of the historical stuff that's happened, like for example Alan Turing, you know, Alan Turing was a war hero who saved millions of lives, and all he wanted to do was live his life the way he wanted to live his life without causing any harm to anybody else. And how was he thanked? He was chemically castrated and driven to suicide. It's fucking disgusting.
But we don't want to go back to any of that. I mean, people walking around just brain people, waiting for people to come out of bars because there were known gay bars and stuff. It's not a nice place. No one wants that.
In this regard, I'm definitely a classical English liberal. Just if it doesn't do any harm to anybody else, just leave them the fuck alone.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. We've got 20 minutes left, and then I'm out. What we're going to talk about? 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Have you got Temu ice dinghy?
I don't use Temu.
You know the Temu, you get those big ice tubs. It's like a sauna. It's big. Did you buy that?
Oh, you're on about cold water thing, aren't you?
Yeah. therapy.
I do want one of them. Yeah.
They don't
Yeah, I
sell
do
them.
want one of them.
I was about to buy one, but I went, no. I'll buy
Probably
it.
what might you probably only use it once or twice though and get no use out of it, shady, innit?
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't. I'd use it once or twice. It'd be a couple of nights, a couple of days a week, wouldn't it?
I'll get it and not use it.
It's by an ice machine as well. The ice
Hey,
machine constantly on.
You're coming up for 20 minutes, jokes. I'm finishing at 11.
It thinks Jamie thinks ice, cold lakes and stuff like that with ice, big ice boulders in it. He thinks it revitalizes you. It can kill you, Jamie.
No, yeah, well, you have to do an adequate risk assessment. Yeah, check out your ticker.
Well, it can, like, if you've got like a pre-existing heart condition or something like that, and you dump yourself into cold water, it can cause vasodilation, which can if you've got particularly if you're an older person or if you've got a pre-existing heart condition, it can stop your heart.
Isn't it?
But it does also provide. It can also provide, as far as I'm aware, some fairly significant benefits.
I found it amazing, but very just short-lived. But if you kept it up every day, I think it would be really good. Jokes, is that your love?
Yes, me, 2244.
Good evening, Jokes. How are you doing?
What's been going on?
Have a good night.
I can't really remind you.
We've been talking about bomb jupes.
Well, it's the summer of sex joke. So our Starmer and pals are launching the summer of sex, and this is to encourage people to talk more openly about the sex lives.
Oh my god! Are you being serious?
Yeah, I ain't read the story. I've just reeled it off of Medi as to make it. I might have sexed it up a bit if you get the joke. But
right, I want to put this knobhead right in the side chat. I don't know whether it's the real person or whether it's someone pretending to be that person. You don't have to be white to be English because you can be mixed race.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. And I've got mixed children, you absolute dwarfers.
Is that
so I would know that.
Is that still going on?
You can also be white and mixed raced, like I is. I'm white mixed raced.
And anybody who comes over to my channel would know that that's what's been said by me. So I don't know what people are fucking crying about.
Well, people, it's easy for them to go at you and ask you these questions. They like to do. I've noticed it a few times. I think they do that to you because you have mixed race kids.
Yeah, probably.
In the chat. I don't know who, but
they were arguing before I came here, Jamie.
Yeah, I have seen it on your. I've seen it to you before.
Well, the ethnicity argument is always something that I found a bit odd because, like, I consider myself to be English, but I have Irish ancestry, like quite a lot of Irish ancestry. Mostly English, I'll grant you, but quite a lot of Irish ancestry. There's some Ashkenazi Jew in me and some Spanish in me as well. Now but I do look like I just look like an Englishman. I'm just white, you know. It doesn't really show up. Like the other ethnicities don't really show, other than I suppose potentially the.
Oh no, I knew you were Spanish. No, I could see it.
So you would be mixed ethnicity English.
Yeah, but I still
same as my children, mixed ethnicity English. So you've got English ethnicity here, but you're not totally English ethnicity.
Yeah, so I don't consider myself to be Irish. I don't consider myself to be Spanish, but in terms of percentages, I'm mostly English. The next
but that's
one
what
that is Irish.
Consider yourself. We're talking about facts.
I consider myself to be English, but it's like if I'm.
Yeah, no, I get that, but we're talking about facts.
But I don't really know. It'd be like it's like obviously I think the problem. And I don't mean this is a problem for your kids calling themselves English, but I think like the optics problem is if you've got mixed race children and they say that they're English, I completely agree with you, and I don't disagree with you.
They would call themselves mixed ethnicity English.
Well, hang on, that'd be ridiculous to call themselves English, and that'd be it, wouldn't it? What else could they call themselves?
Well, no. What I mean is that it like I have mixed ancestry. So let's say, for argument's sake, that I'm 70% English and 30% Irish, right? and let's say for argument's sake, Jupes' children were 70% like English and they were 30% Nigerian. Sorry, I'm not sure what your husband's nationality is, but let's say for argument's sake, they're 30 or 40% Nigerian, right? I could just go up to a group of people and say I'm English, and because like the Irish, like the Gaelic ancestry and the English ancestry are both of pale skin, then everybody would just shrug and accept it. But because
that's why we have to educate people.
Yeah. But despite the fact that Jupes' children are equally have the same amount of DNA that is not English as I do, because there's a visual characteristic that easily identifies that, they get treated differently when really there's no justification for it, right? We still have different.
By who?
So what do you mean by who?
Well, my kids have never had a problem telling people that they're English.
Yeah, so I'm
mum's
talking
English.
about,
I'm English. No one ever says to them, "You can't call yourself English."
So I'm more thinking about like the ethno-nationalists, of which I'm not, who like would say that like it's almost exclusively driven by skin color, because skin color is an easily observable characteristic that allows you to identify a person.
There would always be some ethno-nationalists at the extreme end that would argue and say you have to be 100% English to be English, but then
which nobody's 100% English.
The very people that say that would have to exclude themselves, because even people like Steve Laws has Irish ethnicity.
How could you exclude someone who's got an English parent who's born in England? That would make them English. Now, common sense, I think this downplays it a little bit. He says, would I be Japanese if I was born in Japan? And I think it depends. If you were born in Japan with a Japanese parent and was brought up in Japan, you would be Japanese, wouldn't you?
Well, let's put it this way. I think if you had two English parents and you were
but you don't.
Japan,
That's not what the argument is. If they had two English parents, it's one Japanese parent and an English parent who's born in Japan and brought up in Japan. Would they be English or Japanese?
I was about to make the distinction between an ethnicity and a nationality. So, for example, if you had two, if Japan accepted you as a Japanese national if you're born in the country, and if you had two Japanese parents and you're born in Japan, then you're ethnically Japanese and you're nationally Japanese.
Yes.
Now, you could have two English parents who had moved to Japan with the consent of the nation, and you could be born in Japan and you'd be nationally Japanese, but you wouldn't be ethnically Japanese. And there's a subjective gradation in between, right? It's a scale. It's not an either or, right?
So what if both parents are white and you're born in Japan?
In there.
Japan. Because I guess a bit confusing then for me. Because I mean,
you can be Lord Justice, you can be British, but you can't be ethnically English.
Oh dear.
Well, even what's his face? Who was the fuck, I'm having a brain fart.
Tough one. It's a tough one.
No, he was a prime minister.
Gosh, that narrows it down.
Oh, born in America. You're on about Boris Johnson.
No, not Boris. Not Boris. No, and he was.
You see.
He was the prime minister. I'm seriously having a brain fart because I know his name. It's on the tip of my tongue and I can't say it. And he said that he wasn't English, but he was British. He was Indian prime minister. Fuck! Why can't I remember it? Jesus!
You said you was black.
Rishi.
Lord Justice.
About Rishi Sunak.
Rishi Sunak. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Fuck me. Why could I not think of that name?
Oh my god! I was going back to the 80s.
No.
White, if you're white English, then you're English. But you said you were black English. You can't be full black English.
No, he said backstage. He said, I think.
Didn't he say you can be like black? I'll expand on it. You can be black, and you can be born in England, and you're English because you're born here. But ethnically,
you can't. That don't make sense.
No, you'd be British.
English.
Yeah, or well, you'd have a British passport, wouldn't you? You'd be a British citizen. You'd be a British citizen.
Yeah.
I think that's as far as it goes in it. Is you're a citizen of country, yeah. Well, you're not British, are you? If you arrive in a different country and manage to get a passport and a job, well, you just get citizenship. You don't get a no cultural badge out, do you? You don't become something.
You'd be able to say I'm British, but I'm culturally English, but you wouldn't be able to say ethnically.
No.
Well, doesn't it like? So this is the weird intersection between nationality and ethnicity. So, for example, like if in like America, for example,
we're not like America, though.
Yeah, no, I know we're not. But I'm going to use them to make an example. Use them as a difference to demonstrate the point. So, for example, in America, there's no American ethnicity, but there is an American nationality. And as the world becomes more globalized and more people move from place to place to place and interconnect with one another and interbreed with one another, then we're going to start becoming more like America, where we're going to have the ethnicity is going to become less relevant, and the ethnicity is going to become less relevant, and the nationality is going to become more relevant.
Ethnicity is never going to become irrelevant because everybody knows what their ethnicity is. It's not like you're better than someone because you're something. You just are.
When did I say that?
Well, I don't understand why you want to get rid of the fact that the facts that are out there biologically. I don't understand it.
What do you mean? I'm not making a claim about like my ethnicity is mixed. I'm mostly English, but I have other ethnic inputs, right?
Yes.
So what how am I eroding?
Because you're saying it will become irrelevant because everyone's just going to mix up.
Over time, if the global culture persists.
Well, we've been around for eons of time, and people haven't. Literally, most people marry the same race as what they are, and that's been proven to be in every single country and continent.
Yeah, but Dupes, the enlightened.
But Dupes, I mean, without putting too fine a point in it, Dupes,
people marry from other ethnicities. The enlightened people marry outside their own ethnicity.
What?
The enlightened people, the non-racists, they see beauty no matter what color, no matter what country. They see somebody who's beautiful, they get on with them, and then they marry them. They don't see color. I don't think you see color when you meet your husband.
Of course not. But are you suggesting that because somebody marries a white? Are you saying because a white person marries a white person, they're racist?
No, you just said.
Who the fuck said that? Like Dupes.
I'm talking to Lone Wolf. You don't have to answer everything Dad knows. Yeah, go on, Lone Wolf.
Dupes, you just said people tend to marry the same race, same ethnicity.
Statistically, people will marry within their race.
The people that don't see ethnicity like yourself, you see beauty in another. I mean, I married a Muslim woman from Lebanon. I didn't see where she was from. I just saw somebody I loved. And that's you. That's why I like you, because your story is amazing.
Look, I'm not saying that people don't see beauty in other races just because they choose to marry a white person. Most people marry within their own ethnicity. They do.
Yeah. Well, they do.
Go and check the statistics. And it's been like that for God knows how long. So
I think this is
there's nothing wrong with people who see
society, you know, because I've never spent so much time on this ever. Do you know, I've always just been me. Other people have always just been other people. It doesn't matter for me about ethnicity and all that shit. Honest to God, it's always seems to be a topic, Jim. I'm not saying always, do you know what I mean? But like, it is a lot recently, and I've never ever looked at someone and thought, huh? What are you then? Do you know what I mean? Or I've never thought
who said you did?
On myself or anything. I've never thought, oh,
yeah, but why are we doing all this apologetics? It's weird. Why are you all apologising for something that's?
I know my family. I know my roots.
Hang on.
Yeah, but why do you feel the need to say, "Well, I'm not racist," because I make a statement that most people marry within their own race when it's statistically true? Why do you find that offensive?
We know that's true. Most people are attracted to their in group. What's that?
Right. What's all the caping about? What's all this? Oh, yeah, but I'm not racist. I mean, It's weird.
Jupes, no, I don't think you understand the conversation that we're having. We were having a discussion.
I'm here. What I'm hearing is a lot of people immediately making apologetics for facts.
No, that wasn't going on, and you won't hear me apologize for any opinion that I fucking have. Like, I was making a distinction between the fact that there is no pure ethnicity, and
let me turn my
nationality
mic
is
down
different.
if it's loud. Is my mic loud?
Nationality is different to ethnicity. But some differences in ethnicity are more visible than others. I was just making a fact-based. I was just having a fact-based discussion.
Right,
There's no value-laden argument to it.
Okay.
I essentially have your position, Jupes.
Right. So what is it you're arguing, Dad knows? Because was I talking to you? Was I responding to you when I said what I said? I was actually talking to Angela, and I was talking to Lone Wolf. And again, you've needed to butt your ass in for some reason.
Well, Jupes, you seem to be misunderstanding. So
I remember now why.
I'm not misunderstanding anything.
Sorry about that, Jamie.
I said statistically, okay. Yeah, don't please don't leave, Lone Wolf. I haven't got an argument.
No. I put my camera. Took my
you don't
camera.
have an argument with me either. I agree with you.
And obviously, I don't know the guidelines about vaping, so that's why I have.
Oh, you'll be all right, so vape. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. Yeah. Right. So, listen, Dad knows. I said that statistically, most people marry within their race. You've now agreed with me. Immediately, Lone Wolf went on to the defensive and said, oh, yeah, but, you know, I'm somebody that doesn't see anything wrong with marrying outside. Okay?
So?
Okay. Now, I said to him, yes, but why are we going down that avenue? Are you suggesting that white people who marry white people are racist? He said, no. You said no. Then all of a sudden, Angela pipes up and says, I don't see colour.
Well played, Angela.
Right? And I thought, why is that relevant? I don't get it. I don't get it why it's relevant.
Are you suggesting it's for virtue? Or because some people might not see colour. It's a you can see past it. You don't have to pay attention to colour. You can see past it. But I don't see how that's relevant to what you were discussing anyway, to be honest.
It depends, doesn't it? So personally, so my aesthetic preference is most of the people that I've dated, most of the people I've had most of the women that I've had relationships with have been of the same race as me, or for the most
I've never been in a relationship that's not the same race. But
that's just my aesthetic preference. I'm not making a value judgment about somebody else.
Oh, hang on, are you racist? Is that what it means?
And there's no issue with that. It's not a problem.
No, it's about
I seem to think so.
John's never been in the
the way it came across to me, and maybe this is not the way that it was meant to come across, but the way that it come across to me is like people are making a judgment on white people that stay married to whites or black people who stay married to blacks, as if, well, people that marry outside of the race have somehow got some higher virtue because they don't see colour, whereas the other people who chose to marry their own.
Yes, is irrelevant. Is what? Yeah, Jupes is right. She's saying, "Hang on a minute. What does that? What difference does that make?
Well,
if it don't matter, then what exactly?
It doesn't make any difference."
My point was being when he was talking about Japan, but I couldn't even speak at that time because I've not been able to speak the whole time. And I was referring to the fact of like the heritage part of it and the whole like being English and British and that kind of shit. I've never spent so much time. That's what I said. I've never spent so much time discussing it or being part of conversations where it's been taking like why people have been so involved in it. It's never. I don't understand it. That's what I mean. I don't understand it. At the end of the day, when being in this country where we are, we've always just been us. That's what I was meaning. I wasn't meaning anything about anybody. I'm just me, and like say, my dad's my dad. Do you know what I mean? And that's just the way things are. It's not. And so I think all people are like, well, maybe not all of them, but people are amazing people, and I like to think everyone's good, but that's where I've gone. And yeah, that's all I've got to say about people in general. I couldn't where they come from.
So I think the reason, Angela, to answer your question, I can't answer for everybody, but I can answer for myself. I think the reason why it's important to people is because if it's a fact that your ethnicity is English, you shouldn't have to be ashamed to say that you're English because some other people find it racist. That only one group of people seems to want to talk and say that that's what their ethnicity is, when we don't find it.
And why are they doing that? Well, and why has it become a thing? Like, yes, and it's bollocks is what it is, and it's going nowhere. Well, there's a few vocal online in this circle that'll go to them lengths, and it's a road to nowhere, isn't it? We've got so many mixed, what do you call it, relationships in it. It's just ridiculous at this point, whether you agree or not.
I agree. Yeah.
Because there's some people online which suggest that, well, millions have got to go, and then there's some that'll say millions more have got to go. Basically, everyone who is not.
Yeah, that's what's fucking stupid. I don't get that.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
You say you forget it, but that's what we're on about. That's why it's constantly getting discussed, because it's constantly being brought up online.
I don't think it's the ones that are legitimately here that need to go.
But the ones that
have been welcomed, they should stay. I mean, to me, that thing that was just said, if somebody asks me, am I racist? The go-to thing that normal people go, you go to anybody, are you racist? And they go, I've got a Pakistani friend, I've got an Indian friend, I've got this. I try so hard to just tell the truth. I don't see colour. I just say, I've got a friend. I've got a new friend that like the 5 months at Aldi, security guard. And I've never asked where he's from. He's obviously black. He's obviously.
Well, you're right, Shady. You're right. We're a clear and welcoming country. We are, and this.
To me, he's a nice guy to talk to. He's a nice guy to talk to. He's telling me stories about.
Lone Wolf, do you know the thing that always? I always found interesting about.
You make a good point.
The thing that I always found interesting about this, like somebody say, I'm not racist because I've got XYZ friend, right?
Yeah. But don't forget the
now. Well, no, hang on. So what tends to happen is if you go, I'm not racist because I've got a friend X, they'll go, oh, you're making you can't be racist because you've got a black friend. But they have no problem asking the reverse question. When they're trying to demonstrate that you are racist, they'll ask you, do you have any black friends? So the absence of black friends can make you racist, but the presence of black friends doesn't make you not racist, for example. Like their argument doesn't work.
I've not come across that ever. I've not once though come across.
Oh no, I've seen that in the real world.
Question me about my mates. Have you got any black mates? I'll be like,
no.
Oh yeah, no,
but
I just think that the reason that people have brought it up and are so offended is because there's been a push by this government to try to tell people that are English ethnicity that they're not English, and that somebody that's got an ethnicity that is quite clearly not English can call themselves English at the same time. It's kind of schizophrenic. Now, the fact of the matter is, yeah, I have. It was actually on GB News. Actually on GB News, yeah.
Don't they use the word British no more? I get with the British that British has become, but not with. There's not been a. That was a long time ago, wasn't it? When the English were all 30
well,
years
that's
ago.
what I was about to say, Jamie. The fact of the matter is that all of us have British on our passport, all of us, whether you're English or not.
Yeah.
So the fact that English people that are English want to say that they're English, I don't understand why people get upset by it.
Evening, Jake. No, it's if you go to Scotland, you'll find Scottish people. If you go to Ireland, you'll find Irish. You get it, and in England, there's English people.
I don't think I think I might have told a couple of people. I did do a video accidentally on the Caribbean thing in Derby, and I met my niece, who's 40-something years of age. Her daughter's 20, and like you said, she's mixed race. I don't see her as like somebody. You know, I see her as a blessing to the family because she stands.
So you're with Angela. You're not seeing the colour. You're seeing the person.
Yeah, I'm seeing her as my niece. and I'll fight for her like any other my niece. Well, she's not my niece.
Yeah.
But
I think New Potatoes had it right. You know, we've all got British passports, but our ethnicities are different, and some people have got English ethnicity. But I would fight for somebody who's a British citizen who's black or mixed, you know, or of colour.
What are the rules, Jules?
You know, just as equally as anybody else, if they've got a right to be here.
Eddie, he says, what enables you to describe yourself as English? So for me, it's been born and being brought up in England. That's as much as I can think into it. That is as far as I can. That's it. And I'm English just based on. I'm English just based on how it was carved up years ago. As well.
You're a patriot, though, aren't you? You fought this country. You signed up to protect this country. Do you know what I mean?
I've been a member of the British Army, but I have. It were English based on how it were carved up and where we were born.
Yeah,
that's it, isn't it?
But you inspired the country you was born in. You didn't know who your parents was from. You was a kid growing up with education. I learned later on that my mother was Austrian. Fucking until I asked her, why did people take the piss out the way you say Adrian? That's when I found out. But yeah, but the thing is, she encouraged me to fight for your country. I tried. I went TA for a while. I set my fucking bars too high like Montgomery's. Never been up and I'm afraid bars and water. But the thing is, you actually did it, so that proves, you know, you're patriotic. It's not. I don't think it's about patriotism. It's nothing to do with colour of skin.
100%.
Of course, it's not.
I absolutely love this country.
I've just had a point there. It doesn't matter about colour of skin or anything like that. It's the proudness of where you're born and what you would do. And, you know, they always say quitting country. You don't. It's hard your job going in the military. It's not.
No, I agree with that. But the fact of the matter is, why has it been made? Why has it been made by certain politicians? Yeah, like you've got Shabana Mahmood.
Yeah.
When she goes on and she says she's English, she's not English. She might be culturally English, but she's not English.
She's not born.
You're going to convince me that she is, because she's going to have two born British Pakistani born parents. I bet she'll be born in this country. She's as English as I am.
Yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't matter. Surely it's where you're born, not even where your parents born. Surely. That mean
no,
that's not true.
Well, no, that's how we have that Japanese question. If you had two Japanese and you were born in Japan, would that make sense?
Does it matter about your rights? No, because you're born on the soil and raised in the culture. So your rights should be the same. But ethnically, there's a difference. Medically, there would be a difference.
How can we? There's obviously a distinction between an ethnicity, which is literally your genetic makeup, and your nationality. There is a difference. Now, there's obviously going to be quite a lot of overlap. Like there can be quite a lot of overlap, but like if a Ghanaian with, like if a Ghanaian mother was on holiday in England and gave birth to a child, and then whilst they were in England, then immediately went back to Ghana with the child wouldn't be English, would they?
No. And what about the first people that arrived in England? Were they English when they were born, or did it take a while?
No, probably not.
Well, I mean, if you think, because it's like, when does it start then? When does the clock start?
Yeah, just because it,
so the ethnicity starts when it separates and becomes a settled status.
Well, that's what. So when they come to England, what were they before?
Who?
The English.
So the English are an admixture of Celtic people. So if you've got the admixture of Celts, Jews, Anglo-Saxons, and then you are basically, if you've got that ethnic mix and your heritage is from that ethnic mix, then you are basically English.
But as
because
soon as
it's a different group of DNA to somebody that's got only Germanic. Or
so
somebody
because
else.
There's a lot of them, so because there were a lot of them, then it's okay. See, because it's not.
It's because under a microscope, if you took your DNA, you could see the difference.
Yeah, but they have come here from elsewhere. So it's not about the location, is it? It's not about the
everybody's come here from.
No, exactly my point.
Exactly. So I'm saying if
Jamie.
they come here from elsewhere, when does the clock start to become English? Because what was there before they came here?
It's the question is, which I've just found out of my
that's
AI.
like the stolen
I
laptop.
asked the questions asking, and they turned around and blah blah blah. She's British, blah blah blah. But if she was born here and she's had the culture of English culture, she can actually identify as being English. It might not be legal, but she's identifying herself as English, and that's okay.
What I'm getting at. That's what I was getting at. I'm getting at what point can Shabana Mahmood's call themselves English? I'm like, well, the day you arrive.
No, she can't call herself English the day she's born. She can say she's English culturally, but she will never ethnically be English if both of her parents are of a different ethnicity. It's not physically possible. I can't believe that people are actually trying to pretend that
that's not what's happening. He's trying to maybe point out the complexity of it, because it's like, when does the clock start?
Yeah, it's not legal.
Is it just about colour at this stage? It's like, oh no, because she's different colour. That can't be right.
Well, she can't say it legally, but because of her bringing up in English, she actually identifies as being English. It's not legal. It's just she identifies as being English, and if she identifies that and she's passionate, she will act like any other English person that loves this country.
Well, let's put it this way. Are you guys familiar with a YouTuber called Sargon of Akkad, Carl Benjamin?
DP watches. I've heard DP mention him. He's one at Lotus, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he owns the Lotus. He is. It's his platform.
Yeah, what about him?
So his grandfather, his grandfather or his great grandfather emigrated to the United Kingdom from St. Helena. The reason that their family name is Benjamin is because his great grandfather was an emancipated slave who took his slave owner's first name as his last name because he didn't have a last name, right? So, but nobody would accuse Carl Benjamin of not being English. But this is something that is subject to gradation over time.
Why is that though? Is that because of his skin colour then?
No, it's to do with his ethnicity.
But no one would know that. How would they know?
Well, you can't tell it now.
Exactly. So the only thing they've got to judge on is skin colour, isn't it?
No, it's not to do with skin colour. So
no one would know any of that. So you say no one would not call him English. Well, why wouldn't they?
No, he is English. I'm saying
why would they know?
English.
Yeah, you said no one will not say he isn't, but why not?
What do you mean, why not? Like, he just is English.
Well, how do you
So
know?
I would say technically is mixed raced English.
Yeah, but there's no, like, everybody's a mixed race then, because there's no pure blood anyway.
I'd say that.
Exactly my point. It's like, where's it? It's all a bit of a
Well,
mess.
the English are a mixed ethnicity, yes, of Jutes, Anglo-Saxons, and Celts, exclusively. Yeah, they don't have Ghanaian, they don't have Pakistani, they don't have Indian, they don't have any of these non-European mixes in there. They don't even have Hungarian.
So what were the three again? There's Anglo-Saxon, there's Celts, and there's what was the other one?
Jutes.
Jutes. Right. So were all three of them mixed together at the same time, or was one of them introduced after the other?
How do I bloody know?
Well, the reason I'm asking is if they were all intermixed at exactly the same time, then that argument might hold water.
But I don't think that three people can all fucking have sex at the same time and produce a baby.
So can you add another ethnicity to this conglomerate of our ethnicities? Can you incorporate it? Is that justified? Because if, let's say, you've got Anglo-Saxons, and then you've got the Celts come along and they interbreed with us, and then that's English, and then the Jutes come along and they interbreed with us, and that's English, then what's to stop another ethnicity coming along and interbreeding with us, and that also being English as well?
Because it was an established identity that has been there for over 1,000 years or more, and it's an established identity. And the only reason that people are trying to change it now is because some people can't accept that if they've got two parents that are Nigerian, that they're suddenly English. They can't accept that they're not. They can't accept that if they've got Pakistani parents, that they're not English. The only reason that it's a problem now is because these people, for some strange reason, don't want to be ethnically what they are, even though it's a fact, because they want to cloud the science, they want to cloud up, mix up all the DNA and just pretend that English ethnicity doesn't exist.
Yeah, but the English were formed by all those mixes, wasn't there?
All ethnicities are formed by
So it's always formed in a mix. That's why once I worked it out in my head, I'm thinking, yeah, when does the clock start? That is exactly it, because everything's a mix until at some point the clock starts right with English. Well, that's mad. That's mad. It's weird.
There are very, very, very few genetically isolated communities on Earth, like very few. So, like one of like the Ashkenazi Jews, for example, are incredibly selective because of their cultural practices. So that's one group. There are a couple of island nations where they're very genetically, and I hasten to use this term, genetically pure. I don't mean pure in terms of making a value judgment. I just mean lack of outside influence from other genetic groups. But it just depends over what timescale you view it. And I on balance, Dupes, I would tend to agree with you. Yes, there are on average differences between ethnicities, this group and that group, but they do have fuzzy edges. They have to have fuzzy edges because we all intermix and interbreed with one another.
Talking about?
Well, not black and white, not so specific. Yeah.
Oh, this is mad. This is caping for people of colour.
Not really. It's just asking to look back a little bit further and say, well,
no, it is. It's caping for people of colour, and people of colour are proud to be what they are. And if they're not, you've got to ask yourself why.
It's not about people. Yeah, but Dupes, it's not about the colour of your skin. Everybody, no matter who you are, should be proud of who you are, and you should be proud of your heritage. I am.
I agree with you. So why is it that everybody's acting like if you can't be English, then there's something wrong with you?
I'm not English.
Do you not understand?
All of you lot that think that we have to say to these people,
Mahmood, who were born here. We want on about someone who's just come across on boat and gone, I'm English. Well, like, don't be so ridiculous. That's obviously not an Englishman.
Okay, so why is she so worried about her Pakistani heritage and so proud of it?
Dupes, these
if you had a family that were born up in Britain and you had
I have got a family that's born in England,
well, you'd be proud of that, wouldn't you? If I settled in America,
well, I'm not allowed to be because everybody else wants to be it.
Everyone came from England.
That's the whole point. I'm not allowed to be proud of my ethnicity because everybody else wants to be it.
You are proud to be who you are and where you came from. That is the actual law. 30 years ago, I knew that when I used to work, allegedly.
But you don't understand
part of my job was to go to the race relations board, learn about stuff, go back to the job and see who's being racist. And that's how I learned. It's nothing to do with the colour of your skin, it's your ethnicity. And if you could be Irish and people doing Irish jokes, calling him Paddy, this and that and the other, blah, blah, blah. That is racist.
What's that got to do with it? What's that got to do? Why is it that people assume that if people say my identity is English because I've got English ethnicity, that somehow it's racist? No.
I'm not English.
What I got from it, I'm half Austrian, so I told people in the building site, I'm half Austrian, I'm proud of my mother. They would come up with German jokes. They would speak in German to call me Dummkopf, this and that. I knew these people didn't speak the language. They purposely researched this before YouTube. They researched that word to personally insult me, and that's racist.
Oh, that's racist. Yeah, but what's that got
I
to
feel
do
like
with
I'm Irish.
ethnicity?
I've definitely got Irish in me. I can feel it. I'm going to do a DNA test.
What are you drinking? What are you drinking?
I can tell. I can tell.
So what would they do? They go, "Das Lupen ist ein Scheißekopf," stuff like that. So that's German for the wolf is a shithead.
Went right over my head. That
I said something about shithead, didn't it? Then Shies and cops.
Yeah, the wolf is a shithead. So that would have been.
I wonder why my theme is the wolf.
But
my point is, guys, I'm not English. I'm not English. I'm British.
But they have the same
You're
argument.
Iranian, aren't you? I thought you had Iranian blood.
We're
No,
having
I
these
was in the van. Thank you very much.
These same arguments are happening between different genetically similar groups. Like, for example,
no, 'cause you're not
the Koreans, the Japanese, and the Chinese have these same fucking arguments that we're having. It's not like that they're like that these genetic groups, like these ethnicities, are so well defined.
I don't. I'm saying. I do.
These arguments exist.
I am British. I'm not English. I'm British.
British. You're not English.
Yeah. No, I'm not English. I'm not a fucking language, man. Jesus Christ.
I mean,
you're not English until you die. 2 world wars and 1 World Cup and all that. 2 world wars, 1 World Cup.
What?
Aim high, vote low. Millions got to go. You're not in what?
I'm British. I'm not English. I'm British.
Oh, Jamie, do you know that famous video that Henry Crinkles did for me, where I was like a homo in a prison? Yeah. I went to get that to show somebody. Henry Crinkles' channel's been taken down, or he took it down.
He's been in a bit of bother legally, I think. I don't know all the details, but it's not going good for Henry.
So is he taking his channel down, or the popo? Bastards.
Don't know. Probably him.
Well, he's probably been pretending to be people, hasn't he? That's stupid.
Yeah.
He's been worse than that. He's done worse than that.
Oh,
He's
what's
done
he
worse
done?
than that.
No.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, I've heard there's been some. Well, I best not say actually.
Yeah, say it. I said it.
I'm not saying it.
Oh, go on, Angela. You say it allegedly.
No. Look, it might not be true, and we don't know, and it's not.
Well, that's
fair.
why she's saying allegedly. You won't get done there.
It's too strong. It's too strong, and it's a busy room, and it's quite serious. So I think it's only fair.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but I've put it in private chat for you.
Okay. Thank you. Oh gosh,
yeah. But this is my point before about how I don't understand why people consume so much brain time and energy thinking about all this, because it's never been a subject or topic that I've ever thought about, discussed, or anything until recently. I've always thought, yeah, okay, I'm white, British, and that's that. That's doing the form. That's it. That's all I need to know.
Yeah, no, I get it. Look, in the grand scheme of things, it's not really important, right? But it is important. Everybody has a right to be proud of their identity, like Lone Wolf says, right? And that includes English people.
Yeah.
And people who are English are feeling insulted because we are being expected to cater for other people's feelings and disregard our own.
Well,
and that is what people are, and why? The question is why. It's not racist to say what your ethnicity is.
It will be like, so like if you there are lots of different, for example, racial slurs that apply to different groups, and if a white person gets called a gammon and they complain about it and they say that that's a racial slur, almost the universal response is to laugh at them. They go, that's not a racial slur.
Yeah, well, that's wrong as well.
I agree with you. I think it is a racial slur. It is. It's a slur that is motivated by a person's race.
I'm not joking. Do you not remember when you used to go around on the advert chat?
Yeah, but John, the masses have to be told. The masses have to be told. You're English. If people look at you as English, and they call you a gammon or a bacon. That's racist. We don't have that education, so it goes over. I went, what do you mean I look like a bacon? Go on, do one.
Yeah. So, for example, calling like a Jewish person the K word or a black person the M word or something like that.
Yeah, but nobody here is caping for that. No one's saying that that's what we want to do, is it?
No, I'm not saying that that's what I want to do. What I'm saying is that when somebody calls like an Englishman because he's waving his flag a gammon, that's a racial slur. That is a racial slur. It's racially motivated.
Well, I don't think it is, because it's not. I don't think it's. Well, I've argued both sides many times.
Its origin is because the white person goes pink when they go into the sun. You know, it's
well,
literally a racial
based
slur.
on the complexion, isn't it? On someone getting angry over something that they shouldn't really be getting angry about.
I'd like to know what the... Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. Someone's asking what's the K word, but I know what it is. I've got
I didn't
it.
know.
It rhymes with kite.
Yeah.
I was sober allegedly. I was in a taxi driver. The guy was Pakistani. I said, interesting. You know the word the P-A-K-I, that word. Why'd you find it so horrendous?
Oh God, why are we going down this road?
Because people call me a Brit, a Lyman. I don't take any offence at all. And he turned around and says, because we know that when anybody says that word, it's directed as a racist remark.
Yeah.
That's why he said that abbreviated name.
Well, would they direct it at someone on the left who was white? Could they be a gammon? Could someone on the left who was angry be a gammon?
Oh, gammon, yeah, lefties.
So if you see a lefty and they're getting all red and purple and getting angry, would you go, ha ha, ha you gammon?
I would.
Or would that not fit? Because if it wouldn't fit, then it's not racist. It's based on a political position. It's based on.
Yeah, but hang on. Principle.
It's based on.
Well, hang on. If we're going to go down that route, positions of principle, which are also political positions, are now protected.
Yeah. So, well, no, it's not. Actually.
For that.
You know, you don't have no, you don't. No, you don't have protections for your political beliefs. You have for religious ones, but you don't for political ones. You have for a religion.
We've had a tribunal recently, which was where it was something to do with.
You're on about employment law.
Yeah, it was under employment law. To be fair.
Yeah, so that's different to a criminal protection.
I will agree with that. But it like I think we're on our way to the protection.
But we're talking about whether gammon's racist, and I'm like, well, if it's racist, it's based on skin color, and it's not. It's based on someone's political position. I think more than it's based on them being white. It's generally aimed at angry white men, isn't it? It's what.
That's why it's racist.
Well, but what about an angry white man on the left? Is he a gammon?
Well, they don't call gammons, do they?
Exactly, because it's based on the political.
But hang on, no.
So this is right.
This is the
no, it's because the left are more racist than the right are.
So this is the same. This is the same argument. This is the same argument as you will get, where let's say, for argument's sake, you get the N word that's been used in like rap lyrics, for example, or something like that. But you get the N words that's been used as a pejorative. So
intent, isn't it?
Like in some circumstances, context is apparently okay to account for, and in other circumstances, context is not okay to account for. Right?
With everything, isn't it?
So you've got like Chelsea Manning. You've got Chelsea Manning, who was a young white girl who reposted rap lyrics, who got put on an ankle monitor and probation because she used the N-word in a positive way because it was a tribute to her friend who was killed in a hit and run, who happened to be a young black lad that had like rap lyrics. So we can't have it both ways, Jamie.
No, I mean, I'm just happy to push debate, mate. Don't point. I mean, I'll argue all sides anytime.
So if somebody,
I agree with you. Dad knows. I agree with you.
Well, it went off in my head actually. I missed his point. I'll be honest.
Context matters.
I didn't get what he meant.
If I'm waving if I'm like waving the Union flag, a proud to be English march or proud to be British march, and somebody walks up to me, left, right, or otherwise, and screams at me, calling me a filthy racist Nazi gammon, then I would say that's a racist slur, right?
No, I disagree. I mean, I agree. I see where you're going. I think it's just. I would say it's not. I just say they're trying to insult you.
It's politically motivated, but they are using
racist because basically what they're saying, anyone British or anyone English is a racist. I mean, that alone is racism. You're stereotyping someone based on their ethnicity and then pretending that you're not doing it because you're on the left. It's mental.
No, it's based on
let's say like you've got a young black lad who's walking through the streets waving a gay pride flag, and I go up to him and I scream at him that he's a filthy N-word. The politics that he's advocating has nothing. Yeah, it's definitely racist, but it's like the politics that he's advocating at the time has nothing to do with the color of his skin, right?
It depends. Was he on a Black Lives Matter march?
but you'd still say that I was being racist. So why, if I was at a Proud to be English march or Proud to be British march, waving the British flag in the United Kingdom, and somebody throws a racial slur that's motivated by the color of my skin, i.e., white gammon, that's not racist. Like, you've got to treat people the same. We've got to have the same standard for both.
That's the whole point of what Jamie said, though, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
No,
Yeah,
no,
well,
I went pretty low.
Jamie went the other way.
I went pretty low. I made it
You went the other way. You said that it has to be the same both ways, doesn't it?
It's a debate that's not able to get debated in it. Think about it. It's just too.
If a black person gets called out of their own colour, then of course, definitely, that's racist. Calling
it don't make no reference to the person's colour.
You call a white person whether they're left walking down for I don't know, a British march.
Do black people get called gammons?
No, I don't think so. But I don't think it'd stand in law neither. I don't think it'd. But it should. It should if someone interprets it as then they should qualify under the law. They should. They should.
It's more of a derogatory term for people who get red-faced and angry about certain things, especially politics. It's generally not considered racist. But it's not something we want to use in polite company.
Okay, so basically what you're saying to me, because I ignore you, it's a racial slur. Thank you, Gemini.
No, it's political. That's what she said.
Yeah, to be clear, I mentioned that. Yeah, hey, can you speak in a Yorkshire accent like Jamie?
So,
that's right, DP. DP says everyone thinks it's about hating others, but sometimes it can just be about loving yourselves again, and that. Knock that off, Shady, mate. I think it's
Yeah. Can you say big up Society X? He's from Yorkshire and he likes Yorkshire puddings and stuff.
Hi, big up Society X. If he's a Yorkshire lad who loves his puds, then he's clearly got good taste. No beats a proper Yorkshire pudding, does it? What about you then? You're partial to him too.
No, can't stand up. Bye.
See you later.
If that didn't start or end with an A up, it doesn't count.
A up, mate.
And I reckon
brilliant.
Society X, you just had the computer big you up.
Gemini.
I mean, that must have been the highlight of your day.
It felt good, Dupes. Is this why everyone's falling out? It's because it's just got that of a nightmare for everyone. Because I thought this when I was watching the YouTubers, Paul Thorpe and everyone else falling out on panel for 6 hours. I thought, what is going on? And I was looking at it thinking, are we all just mad? Yeah, we all need to just start getting on with each other again better. Yeah.
I don't know. I think if you
fighting
try and
for sake of fighting, want the fighting for sake of fighting.
Right. So if you, them lot were, them lot were. But that was all over channels and nonsense. But they've all calmed it down now, haven't they? They're all going in the same direction. They're coming for the left.
They'll fire it back up in a week or two when it dies down. They'll get it going again. Give it a week or two and it'll be getting fired back up.
Just after the drama.
Wait till it comes. Give it a week, in fact. Give it a week. Fighting to Gant. It's all it is. It's just YouTube. It's a laugh. We've been there.
What do you reckon to Gemini talking in your language, Jamie?
I like it.
Say.
Yeah, I like it. Dizzy for Jesus. I love you all, and there's nothing you can do about it. Appreciate it, man.
Oh, Dizzy for Jesus.
I don't believe there is any Peter Lynch tapes. I think that was all bullshit.
What, from his on Wing? From the night that he because well, you're never going to find out the whole truth there, are we? Because could be anything. I'd hate to speculate, but I know what I think.
I'm going to betray an ignorance here, but who the fuck's Peter Lynch?
Oh, do you not remember who Peter Lynch was? The lad who just stood there he ended up getting sent to jail, and then it came out that he took his own life because he got sentenced to 2 years for standing up against what he felt were corruption.
Oh, the older gentleman who.
Yeah, with sign and it says NHS corrupt, please.
Sorry, no, I'm familiar. Yeah.
I always were really
Sorry, Jamie.
How the family are coping, because you would always have in the back of your head thinking, did he, didn't he? Well, I would. Did he, didn't he? What really happened? I'd hate it. I'd hate it. Poor man.
He shouldn't have been in there in the first place.
Nowhere near should he have been. He didn't deserve that. I mean, at best, community service. At worst, community job.
Well,
you want to the public at all.
Well, most of the ones that were shoved through this process, that elected to have the trial, almost all of them were found not guilty. Like, these people were massively, like, who was the Conservative councillor's wife? Sarah, is it Sarah Connolly?
Ricky, what's his name? Jokes
Lucy Connolly.
Lucy Connolly, yeah. She was obviously the better part of 2 years she was sentenced to, and the way you hear about it after the fact is they were threatening to remand her, like to hold her in custody without bail until her trial, and they were like, "Oh well, it's going to be like 10 months or something."
Yeah, it was Starmer. He moved the politics into court, didn't he? He moved his office.
If you just plead guilty, you'll get a bureaucratic slap on the wrist and a fine. You'll be home by lunchtime tomorrow, and then they go into sentencing, and all these guys are having strokes because they're getting given like a couple of
12
years.
months, 18 months, 20 odd months. Yeah. Absolutely. They criminal. They what's the word? Politicize the judiciary.
But either way,
that was all police in the 80s. The police would interrogate you, even if you're innocent, and say, "Look, we know you're guilty. They've got no proof, but if you go to court, you'll get a slap on your wrist, even though you're innocent."
Meanwhile,
they always offer you a deal. If you accept a deal, they'll fucking whatever they said.
You know that Mark Heath guy? I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He pled, I can't remember what he exactly did, but he pled not guilty, so they remanded him, and they found him not guilty when he went to court.
It happens nearly every time. It happens nearly every time.
That's what I said. Yeah. But the point is that regardless, you're losing your liberty for an unreasonable period of time, because either you plead guilty and they get you into the sentencing almost immediately, or you plead not guilty and then they drag their heels for the trial.
Some people are lost.
Well, exactly. That's what they were threatened
whereas
with.
the Labour councillor, the elected official, who should, the last time I checked, be held to a higher standard, threatened to cut people's throats, and he has his court date. He has his trial.
No, we know.
Not once, twice, but 3 times, and the whole time he's out on bail. He's not remanded, and it was over the same incident.
He got found not guilty as well, didn't he?
And then got found not guilty in 17 minutes.
I think that's what status you are. If you got the money to get a private solicitor, they will fight for it. If you're going by the state and you get a part-time learner solicitor who's qualified, but they're like finding their teeth in law, they would take the cheapest deals. And money does, it does help if you've got money to get your own solicitor. You know what I mean?
That's when you juxtapose the two positions, you've got like what was her name? Connolly. What was her first name again? Lucy.
For fuck's sake, Lucy.
Sorry, Lucy. So you've got Lucy Connolly, who says, "I couldn't give a single shit if somebody burnt down these hotels." Not advocating for burning them down, just saying, "I don't care if somebody did." And she gets nearly 2 years in prison and just harangued by the system to plead guilty. And then on the other side of the coin, you've got a guy who, in front of a mob of people, is encouraging them to go and cut the throats of his political opponents. And he pleads not guilty, he's out in the streets for 18 months, and then gets found not guilty by 17 minutes by a jury of his peers.
And we all knew this was going to happen as well, though.
Justice has been delivered. It's obscene.
We've seen it coming, and it was just the unfairness of it. And yes, it was during a riot, as Dewitt points out, but it was also as well after an atrocity that had happened in this country. Young girls murdered. That as an emotive, and there should have been some compassion. I'm not saying those that set fire to the hotels let off. Of course not. They needed punishing. The ones that were smashing the bricks and throwing, and yes, punish them.
Yeah.
But venting some anger on YouTube or on social media without inciting, you don't send people to jail for 2 years and leave kids at home without a mum, lose their jobs, risk their homes. What? It's mental.
The bar has been dropped so unbelievably low for what counts. Like the problem is the way the
John,
law is.
It's always been low. It's whether they're going to enforce it or not. So it's always been low.
So the way the law is worded is so unbelievably open and grey. It allows the government to apply selective enforcement.
To take the piss. Yes. Yeah. Eddie, great lesson here. Lesson for the day. If you accidentally find yourself at a riot, leave immediately. Indeed.
Yeah,
Indeed. Thank you so much for the super chats, everyone. We was going to wrap up at 11, but we will keep going.
To remand and live a life of free Medicare and free food with your own room.
Yeah. Respect Mickey Mouse super chat.
All I've got to say is this is the English people's civil rights movement, all of it. And if you're on the wrong side of it, if you're standing with the left who are fucking thick as shit, then I don't know. I feel sorry for you.
Don't you think it's got? I don't think it's just. There's these instances of two-tier all over, though, you know. And as you say, the ones, and I don't call them on the left. I think the people that go and protest are sometimes a little bit extreme. There's millions and millions of people voting left-wing parties that wouldn't dream of behaving like you see some of these videos. They just won't, would they? You know.
Yeah, I suppose so.
They just won't. And we've seen lots of people get arrested on the left as well. Look at Annie Sayers. I think she's been arrested 4 times. She's right there and on the Palestine. She's had some right shit, hasn't she? So the police.
She's not fighting for rights. She's just off her head.
I get you, but they're not allowing her to do it though, are they? They're not like, oh no, that's Annie Sayers, leave her to it.
Well, I don't know. They did for quite a while.
yeah, they have. I think it's not as two-tier as we like to think. So it's not. It's
an 87-year-old woman was arrested at that protest the other day.
What for?
What was she doing? She should have been home, shouldn't she?
She shouldn't have been there. She was sat on the shoulder.
Go on, last.
Yeah.
87-year-old and she's out protesting.
I know.
Yeah, but what was she protesting for? What was she protesting for?
You know, that Palestine thing. I don't want to say it.
Oh, yeah, well, they've all been used by the Palestine brigade.
Have you ever thought that could have been my grandma and I lost that could have been me with my grandma at 85 and I lost in the crowd? It wasn't her fault.
No, she was sat there, behave.
She outrun you?
She was sat down, proud as punch, is what they were saying, you know what I mean? With this placard, thinking, that's all good. She probably had, I don't know, I'm not even going to say why I think, but it's elder abuse. I'm not even kidding now.
It's not elder abuse. They took them round the corner and released them.
Elder abuse. Yeah. No, it's no fear or favour.
CP and One Generation showed us exactly what was happening
I'm
to
going to
them.
leave you with a true story now. I've got a pedestal.
They released them, no charges.
Right.
No, it wasn't about the ones that
somebody offered me a free glove from Tyson Fury, and the challenge was if I punched the guy out, I get the glove. And I got the glove. Tyson Fury, legitimate. It wasn't a free gift on Tim. Like, honestly, Tyson Fury. And I did the challenge. I knocked him out. 1 clean punch. He fell to the ground.
Honestly, it was it for a donkey.
No, it's a real one. He didn't fucking wear it. Obviously, that's fucking too small for him. It barely fits me. It wasn't Tyson's.
You're it for a donkey.
He did actually sign it, and but I had to wait ages for Temu to come up with one of these stands that fits it.
And the glove as well, by the sounds of it.
No, the glove's real.
Oh, yes, I remember when you won that in a draw, didn't you? Yes, I remember.
What is it? My ADHD. He's doing stuff now.
He is.
My ADHD, he's doing these protests because he lives down. I tell you now, Crypto Coin, if you follow him, he's fucking, no wonder it's bloody loaded.
You left-wing bugger.
He knows how to earn money. I need to listen to him more. He's a nice guy. He's really, really nice. But apparently he's got ADHD.
Oh, okay.
Which is a crime.
100% we need a First Amendment. I think you could have a First Amendment and still keep the no inciting hatred of rules.
Well, I just think like it wouldn't even necessarily need the First Amendment. I'd bring in Brandenburg.
What's that?
So Brandenburg is the so for incitement of hatred to be applicable, then the incitement needs to be immediate and likely to happen. So, for example, that would mean that what the Labour councillor said in front of a crowd of people, saying "Go and cut the throats of the fascists."
Yes.
That would have been immediate and likely to happen. Whereas what Lucy Connolly did wouldn't have been immediate and likely to happen. So that's the Brandenburg test.
About free speech. Basically, it says the government can't
Oh
punish.
no! Pause a minute. I need you to speak. I need you to speak like you're from Yorkshire. You know,
Oh my God.
No.
So what does it mean in America?
And a vicarious discussion with AI.
I can't go with it.
In America, you can talk all sorts of nonsense, even some nasty stuff, and the government can't stop you, unless you're telling people to go out and break the law right now.
She's kept the accent.
Exactly what I said.
No, I get the gist. I get the gist of it, sweetheart.
It's got to be a direct and immediate incitement. You know.
Should we have that in England, like proper Yorkshire people, Gemini?
Hey, it was our love. Madness.
Gemini said, should we have that law or the amendment in England, like proper Yorkshire people?
But it's not an amendment; it's a precedent in law. But still,
it's a precedent in law. Should we have that, Gemini, like proper Yorkshire people?
Well, that's a big question, isn't it? Some folks think you should be able to say out you want. Others think protecting folk from harm is more important. What's your own thought on it then?
I ain't got a clue. That's what I'm using you for.
I've never heard anyone around me talk like that. Never.
I'm sorry, Jamie. If you had a sister that I knew, that's who I imagine your sister to sound like.
Oh my God.
Put some wood in toll, it's bloody freezing.
She'll translate this shit. You know,
Jamie's tent never heard anybody talk
every week.
Never heard like
Gemini, I ask her, can you speak in different languages? And they get upgraded. These things get great. Gemini's fucking brilliant. For fun, she's amazing, obviously. She's not racist anymore because I make her racist. But then she corrects it. I mean, chinky, you knew chinky chanky wasn't. I didn't know it was a racist word, but she says, oh, it's a racist word. I didn't know. She's corrected me.
You didn't know saying chinky was racist?
Chinky chanky. No, chinky chanky is.
Oh no, you're not. Yeah, well racist, isn't it? Bloody shocking.
How could you not know?
I didn't fucking know it. Yeah, I get stuff from China. I get stuff from Temu. I've got new stuff coming from Temu. It's chinky chanky stuff.
Everyone used to say that though, didn't they? You were going for a chinky.
Gemini.
Is saying
actually Gemini speaking old English for me, like 18th century. Tell me about this word chinky chanky. Is it racist or what?
Indeed, 'tis a term of great offence, sir.
Yep.
To speak of chinky chanky is to use a language that doth belittle and demean those from the East. Such phrases are deemed hateful and unjust, causing much pain.
More causing much pain, yeah.
Yeah, now speak like the Queen, because you're annoying me.
She actually sounds like she's put the accent on as well.
It sounds a bit terrible, doesn't it?
So is calling a Chinese person a Chinaman? Is that
whatever?
Yeah, that's racist too. Yeah,
a Chinaman's offence. Why is Chinaman offence just? Isn't that just like being an Englishman or a Frenchman or?
No, different.
This is like apparently she's programmed to make me better.
Don't you think it's weird that because German has got man on the end of it already? Like we'll go an Englishman, but we won't go an English. But a German, you just go a German.
No, we say pommy, don't we?
Englishman. Yeah, we have English.
But what it is, you go an Englishman, but or you go a Frenchman, or you go a Spanish.
Or they say Brit, or we say Brit.
But with Germans, you just go a German. You don't go a German man. Do you?
Yeah, but because you say it in their language, it's Deutsch, isn't it, or something like that?
Yeah, but would you say Angela's an Englishman? No, you say English woman. So if you say English woman,
I'm
it's
British.
sexist.
What are we actually on
Can't
about? I
win,
don't
can't
know.
win.
I don't know, but I'm
Terminologies for different races.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what I mean. I've never spoken so much about it all
Evening,
my life.
I've got a premonition. This is Sarah B.
Ah, yeah.
I've got a premonition.
Zara, are you English?
Don't talk
I'm
about
an
my
Earth
race.
Day.
No.
Are you English, Zara?
No, because that's your heritage, no.
Were you born in England?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
No. I was born prematurely in Nigeria.
So you're Nigerian?
Well, I'm 50-50. I was only there for 2 weeks for like immediate thing, and then I was straight back home to England to the women. So yeah. I've only ever known England. Don't remember. Well, I think basically I've been raised that way. But if you ask me physically, then no. Do you know what I mean? It depends on what you're asking, really. In my heart, I've never known anywhere else. So yes, I'm deeply. I would say yes, absolutely rooted and completely so. But people can argue the physicality of things. It's not your fault. You were born early. It wasn't my mum's fault. I was born early. Do you know?
Yeah.
So what do you do? What can you say? I don't do anything.
I agree.
Why does it? Does that explain why you talk funny? And I can't understand you.
Yeah, that's probably why, Shady. How are you, Shady Cake?
I'm alright. Zara Buns.
Are you dupes? You good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm a Gucci.
You sound a bit tired.
I don't know how I'm coping, to be honest. It's I'm just it's respect for Jamie that's holding me down.
I was laughing at you. I've been laughing at me on thinking Jukes is gone.
Yeah, she starts sounding stoned, but all it is a brain switching off. A brain functions.
Yeah, I'm zoning out. I'm just like, all right, whatever.
Are you, John? Are you good?
I'm sorry, Jude. I promise you, I am. Don't not phone me
I'm gonna have to go because it's nearest down at midnight, and I've got work tomorrow.
In a bit,
quick
John.
question,
We're up to 5 minutes.
Quick question before I do go. Was Rudyard Kipling a famous English author or a famous Indian author?
Say that again. Say the beginning again.
Rudyard Kipling, was he a famous Indian author or a famous English author?
I thought he made cakes.
I did.
Yeah, I thought Mr. Kipling made them like fancy things.
No, hang on. Do you remember the poem that I read for my son's 18th? If you become a man, my son, if you can manage. Do you remember that poem? Rudyard Kipling. Then you'll be a man, my son, the famous Rudyard Kipling poem. I read that on my son's 18th. I tried to, but I just loved it.
Basically, it was English, but born in India.
No, Jesus.
No.
You're thinking about the cake maker? Jesus.
No. Rudyard Kipling wrote the Jungle Book.
No.
You know the Disney.
He was born in India, and he's a British author and poet and journalist known for iconic works like The Jungle Book and the poem If. Born in India.
I am right, yeah.
He was born in
Nigeria,
raised in India, and then expelled from India.
What was his ethnicity?
Yeah, what were his parents?
So he had English parents.
English, yeah.
Well, then he's English, isn't he?
Yeah, but he was raised in colonialist English.
Anyway, we should have known that he was English. They all said that the Jungle Book was racist, so that if he'd been black, he'd have got away with it.
Never heard that one.
It was like whatever it was, and racist was normal then.
So the reason I asked the question is because if people say that Rudyard Kipling is English, but they say that a person with, for example, 2 Nigerian parents born in England is also English, then they are 2 contraposing positions. They can't both be true at the same time.
John, before you go, what's your opinion on me? So my father was Nigerian, blood, everything. My mother, absolutely blood white, English, British. Historically, I think Nordic, even like really blonde hair, blue eyes. So what am I? I was born there prematurely, but I only
you can have mixed ethnicities, right?
Yeah.
Blessed.
What am I?
So I think
this question: what am I? Who do I belong to? Am
Well,
I
you belong to
raised
you.
English?
You are
What if I
you.
was raised Shady? Please, let me say something without you mumbling over. You turn to Lammy.
in terms of your ethnicities, you are a mixture of both, and there's nothing there's no value judgment there. I'm not saying that that's like
No, I agree with you.
But in terms of what you culturally identify as, I would suggest it would probably matter where you spent your most time, which culture you identify with, which values you most identify with. So ethnically, you're mixed. I would say you're. But
well, Shabana
culturally,
spent most of her time in England, so she's English then.
I was just asking your opinion. That's all, because it does give a perception. But what would you say, Jude? Because there's a strong part of me as I've gotten older that has gone. Oh God, you don't actually know anything about the other side. Of your blood. I would like to know. And I don't. But I don't. What's the word? I don't flow with that. It's not my frequency.
You're mixed ethnicity English.
Shall we have a look at that poem, If?
And culturally, you're English.
Oh my God! I tried to read it for my son's 18th. Right? It's the most.
I've never heard it.
Read
it's good. It's a good poem.
Let me try and do it right. But I started crying.
That's Wendy's favourite poem. That
Never ever. Oh, you've just reminded me. Wendy had a great comment. She put, I didn't know this were a lefty channel, but it were at a time when it were appropriate. But it's something I'm really proud of, Wendy, if you're still here, not being.
Not being right wing.
And if you're saying that, then we're doing well at getting different views out there. If you put in, I didn't think this were a leftist channel.
Yeah, big up the lefty channels. It's all right. She called Ellie that as well, and she loved it. She couldn't stay off there. Do you want me to present it, Jamie, or have you got it?
I got it, love. I got it.
Yeah.
I've never heard of If. Never. I mean, maybe I will when I play it.
I tried to read this to me on my son's 18th. I've got it framed on my wall. And on it.
Gemma, thank you for the super chat. It's all too complicated. Might just identify as a penguin. In it, a two-winged penguin or something. That's correct.
Roger.
Oh, hang on. Who is it reading it? Jamie, before you play it, who is it reading it? Come on.
I don't know.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm going to listen to it, then I'm going to jump down.
Yeah, let's have a listen then.
If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good, nor talk too wise. If you can dream, and not make dreams your master, if you can think, and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster, and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to, broken, and stoop and build them up with worn-out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose, and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. if you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch. If neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much. If you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it. And, which is more, you'll be a man, my son.
I didn't know Alf Garnett wrote so well. Fantastic.
Jamie, your AI voice, absolutely. The narration killed that poem. So
It wasn't bad at all. It wasn't bad.
It was. Read the chat. Every single person that said the narration's killing it. AI is killing it.
Cadence. Yeah, the cadence.
Jamie didn't understand that.
So if you got it, if you break it down, right, and you actually read it as if it's you talking and just you're talking to your boy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you can keep your head.
I've got a better version.
Oh, fucking hell.
Gemini, you know that thing that I just said? Can you do it in a Yorkshire accent?
No.
Fuck off. I've had enough. My patience is going. Please.
Mine too. In a bit, Jobs. We're out.
See you later. Take
Tell us,
care.
in a bit, John. Well, John's he raised it, John.
Love. See you later, Jubes.
See you later, Zara. See you later, Angela.
Take care.
We got John's first stage.
Are you going to bed?
Got what?
Oh, are you finishing? Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Sorry. Okay, my bad. Good night. God bless.
Good night, Zara. Good night.
Jamie, do us a favour. Read that on your own and read it in your own head. And honestly, it'll make so much sense. It's beautiful, and you've got sons, so it'll make sense. It's lovely.
I will. Cheers, love.
Try.
Cheers, John. Thanks for having on panel. Thanks for joining on panel, should I say. Cheers, everyone. Thank you so much for the super chats. We had Ubers, Eddie, Jojo, Sasha, DP Audits, Flora, Mickey, and JMar. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it so much. And I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you, everyone. And mods, thanks for all you do. I appreciate you. Bye-bye.